EP01. Welcome, everybody, to the first session of the Spoils of Rytuls Atamadra, a fantastical land set in a mysterious, ancient continent that was once the site of a great conflict between elementals and mortals. Now, having been recently rediscovered, some madmen, wizards, witches, and crazed adventurers set out to find their new opportunities, riches, and everything else fun in this new world. Today, we have our first expedition led by Senserat, the Kobold Tinkerer. We have Perenser, the flame-infused sorceress catfolk. Momo, the summoner, the Kitsune summoner with the connection to the Psychopumps, the Lords of the Dead. Elsa, a mysterious investigator that has come along last second. And finally, Lineback, a renowned pirate that has stumbled into town and is now here to help guide you upon this perilous expedition. All of you have gathered recently into the little settlement for everybody that doesn't have a name yet, and you are currently all getting your boots ready, grabbing your stuff, and just heading out of town to start the first expedition. So, we will be switching over to first off the little settlement, where we will get your first decisions. So, if everybody's loaded in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Lovely. So, first thing we see, Zensarov. You still see a black background? Okay, just check the stream.
No, I can see the map, but I don't know where Xantaroth came from.
Oh, that was me. I put Zensarov on the map.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought that
Zensarov.
was me, accidentally.
As you were the first to access the big tent, leading the rest of your expedition along, you get to make the first decision. Are you going to head southwards, more land in? Wait, I need this one. There you go. Are you going to head southwards, to go more land inwards? Are you going to go to the east and follow the coastline? Are you going to go west past the hills? You're going to go east to the following the coastline. Very well. Then, as you start heading out, the rest of your party starts to gather behind you. Momo, Lineback, and Elsa. Boop. And you're all set to head eastwards. Further into Gravewood's Landing, you follow the coastline for a few hours, in which case you all will do some expedition, some travel rolls. I'm going to need every one of you to just do their own rolls, and based on that, I am going to create a result. You might find something useful, or you might find baddies. Let's see what's going to happen. So, let me tell you what you see as you head eastward. I had a very nice little token for this. Ah, there you go. Pop. As you are heading eastwards, you travel across a land of bays, hills, light forestation, and of course the beaches and bays, ever burdened by the washing waves that come to the tide. Expedition leader, as you are up front in this expedition, what is your task? What are you doing?
Xantaroth will be noting down, essentially scrolling, kind of a very vague map. So that they can navigate their way back in the future.
Very well. Then, Pup. Sensorov, I need you to make the first roll. Make me a crafting check.
A crafting check?
A crafting check.
Very fitting check for Xantaroth.
A 22. You take... Very well. First roll of the campaign, a very nice one. You take detailed notes of everything you see, pointing out every oddity you find, every rock, every weird tree, every broken tree. And in the course of the hours where you're leading everybody, you start making a very detailed map of the coastline you're currently traveling. actually. There you go. Then, as we see Sensorov kind of noting that down, we follow back into the line where everybody else is following behind them. Who is second behind Sensorov?
Probably me.
Per answer. As Sensorov is taking down their notes, what are you doing for this expedition for the next hour or two?
Probably looking around, maybe mentioning some extra information to Zanzaroth I see. Yeah. Just seeing if there's interesting things by looking.
Very well, you keep an eye out, scouting the territory and finding anything of use. Per answer, could you make me a perception check?
Wait, where's that skill?
Either you can click on your character at the very top, you see attributes, where you see perception, or you can double click on your character to open up your character sheet, and it's on the left side in the banner. A14. You seem to be very much intrigued about everything around you. You were very hyperactive at this very moment. Your first expedition into a new land, and so many beautiful little trees to burn. It hasn't rained yet in a few days. Everything is so dry. Even though you're noting down some very useful things, it seems that you're very particular into one or two specific areas. As we see Perenzer kind of being distracted, maybe getting a bit too far from the group from time to time. Who is third in line?
That's me.
H.O.'s, aka Momo. Momo, what are you doing on this first expedition?
I kind of just want to keep count of like. I'm just gonna keep count around the things, how many things there are, like how many trees, like not how many trees exactly, but how big the different landmarks, how many I can find.
Landmarks.
Looking for landmarks, basically.
Very well. That all sounds like a perception check. Since it's a second perception check for the first travel, this will be done with a slightly higher DC. Make me a perception check. You can alternatively also use nature if you want to focus more on natural landmarks. Either use nature or perception.
I'm gonna use my perception.
You start to become fascinated by the landscape. So many weird new things that you find. However, you just as easily get distracted by everything you see around you as Perencer does. Especially sometimes you start to hyper focus on certain weirdities you see. You find what you think is a rune stone, a large stone structure out into the water that has some weird markings on it. You start to actually spend some time trying to get closer and closer, almost getting swept off by a wave you didn't see coming. Once you actually get close enough to the mark, it actually isn't a mark at all, it's just a natural formation of some stones and just the angle you were currently at. Who is next in line? Elsa or Lineback?
That would be me.
One Lineback. What are you doing in this expedition?
Well, mostly I'm just here for the experience and the adventure. So I'm pretty much just walking, not paying a lot of attention to people, and mostly just singing old sea shanties because of the smell of the breeze of the ocean wind in my nose.
Very well. You can make a performance check trying to uplift everybody's spirit with your cheerful sea shanties.
Okay, where is that?
Under skills.
I can't find. Got it.
Very ominous music.
That's the first natural 20! Oh, I can actually roll the dice still. Cool.
Damn.
We have our first natural 20 of the day, of the campaign. A highly motivational and inspirational sea shanties come out of Lineback's beautiful bagpipes of lungs. Everybody starts to kind of cheer around after the first kind of choruses. It's actually very easy to pick up, and we hear the entire party start to sing. What kind of sea shanty?
Mostly just told tales of what he has done in the past. Like the man with the kraken that stood within the tooth type of songs. It's just like tooting his own horn at this point.
There once was a linebacker, brave and valiant adventurer, who stood in front of a kraken. And other fun little
Very
things.
much like that. You will
And
soon find out something else.
teasers, spoilers. Elsa, what is Elsa doing?
So, last Elsa comes heavily encumbered by her big backpack with everything sticking out from it. And she's just so excited to be here and just says to herself, "Oh, marvelous, marvelous! Oh, this is so much fun! Oh, gee!" And she's trying to take in all of this experience and trying to look everywhere at once.
Sounds like another perception check. So, if you click on your token at the very top, you'll see attributes and perception. Could you roll me a perception check as you enthusiastically take the lens around you, observe the lens around you? If you're on your character sheet, it is on the left in the banner, or it is if you've clicked on your token at the very top at attributes. For a 13. As you look around, your enthusiasm allows you to actually become distracted for a few seconds. And you look back, and most of your party already seems to be way ahead of you. You actually have to take a moment to catch up as you were distracted by the lovely... You found some broken eggshells. You found some interesting little nature spots that you found, some life that you detected. And multiple times during this travel, you actually start to to lose the party out of sight. So, as is your first...
Guys,
Yes, Lineback?
guys!
Because I'm in the back, can I do a perception check to see if I notice her being missing?
Of course.
Okay, that would be attributes, perception.
No, natural 20. What the hell have you done to your dice? You're able
I
to...
made them ugly!
Weighted the digital
because
dice.
they're ugly. It's because they're ugly. Yes.
After the first time you saw Elsa kind of get distracted, kind of just wander off into a forest area or into some kind of cliffs, as the base around here seems to come down to a sway with the ebb and flow, you start to keep an eye out on her and make sure that she keeps up with the party. Every time the party seems to just kind of go on their own routes and Elsa is going another way, you make sure that Elsa stays with the group, keeping her all together.
Pretty much what happens is I see her a bit back. Girl, you better come here now. We're moving a bit faster. Just
Sorry.
don't worry about it. It's all exciting.
Yes. Yes, it is. So exciting.
So, at some point after about 2 hours of travel, you actually come to the very point of the region of kind of the coastline, how far you can go to east, and the landscape starts to go more southwestwards. Like it starts to become a point, like like a pizza point. However, you actually spot a small little ruin at the very end of this tip. You can choose to investigate the ruin, see if there's anything of value in there, or you could go and maybe follow the coastline more southwards. Zenzaroth, expedition leader.
Zanzaroth would look to the party and just be like, "Ruin."
Check it out. I mean, we're on an expedition. It doesn't have to be the farthest away.
This is only like 2 hours away from the settlement.
Yeah. And if we find a lot, it's not far away.
Zanzaroth
Well.
would then, without saying anything, proceed to mount onto his dragon and head towards the room at a normal speed, but
I would just say, hold up!
as
Why don't we
the-
just go all together, not just running off like a blind bat? I know it's exciting and all, but come on!
as the
follow.
dragon will proceed to walk with a slight, slower pace, almost like slow-mo comically.
As I turn to Elsa, do you need any help with carrying those bags? Because they seem a bit to be burdening you.
Yes, it's all these pots and pans. You think you can carry them? I got quite a lot in the store, you know.
I can try. I'm not as fit as I used to be anymore. As I
Oh, great.
helping her burden, I lifting the load for her so we can catch up with the group faster.
Of course. Give me a very quick second. Thought I already uploaded that one, but apparently not. Choose file. Ah, this one. There we go. Oh, actually, why do I always do this? Select file. Alrighty. So, as you all start to travel along this, the end of this coastline before it jumps southward, it goes up and up a little bit into a more cliff-like structure, and you guys will come across the following. Let's see, that's right. So, Zenthroff. Oh, I actually need to. Hi, kitty. No, I was actually
Supposed
still
to see
black.
things.
Ah, Zenthroff really doesn't see anything. Why can
There
we
it is.
I can see.
stream?
I can't.
Stuff doesn't seem to be completely configured right. Give me a second. There is an Elsa.
Technical difficulties.
Always technical difficulties. And a Perancer, and of course we have Sensible Construct. There you go. Momo, do you have your Eidolon out? Is your scribe of the dead traveling with you, or is it back in its home plane?
I have him following.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I have him following.
Pup. Thank you,
Oh,
Pup.
what the hell is that?
I'll make sure the screen
It's
is...
my little friend.
I can just do this. Where is this?
Hi.
Configure lighting. It seems I haven't completely set up all the lighting as well. There you go.
It's gonna
Interesting.
move him beside me.
Hey Momo, can I pet your friend?
Hmm?
Can I pet your friend?
Sure, if it lets you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you have free reign to explore the map and this little cliffside fortress you have found. It is in ruins at the moment. It is little past the mid of the day, as you exit a little bit before the mid of the day, before the sun was at its highest. So at the moment, there is a little shadow cast from the east over the cliffs. Everything seems to be silent though.
Zanzaroth would harshly say to the party to be quiet, so as to be stealthy.
Also, I assume token size is inaccurate to the world right now.
Maybe I can configure this real quick. Configure grid. There, now it's accurate.
Oh.
You can all move
That's
freely
a
as you
bit
wish.
more manageable.
You can click on your character, you can use the arrow keys, or you can drag them along.
Yeah, so could we make stealth checks?
Absolutely, if you want to go into stealth, you can make a stealth check.
Can my construct also do that, please? I
Yes.
don't know how to do the construct rolls though.
You should just be able to see skills if you press on them. There we go. You already did one if you did already for your construct.
Oh, I see.
I
had that one,
just
okay.
want
Your
to make
construct
this
is
known.
very loud at the moment.
If what I roll now is again a natural 20, I am out.
Let's see. Sensorov and their constructs are not exactly being the stealthiest around them. Lying back.
Zanzan,
Scribe also wish
Zanzan,
to.
are we trying to be stealthy or aren't we?
He just like nods really quickly, yes, and just goes.
Okay.
Maybe you should oil your friend.
By the way, is Lieback stealthy, yes or no? Because something will
Absolutely
happen if he
not.
isn't.
Absolutely not.
He-
You're almost as
he-
loud as Sensor Construct.
No.
I'm
He
gonna try
trips
to
over his own
Why are
feet
we
and
hiding?
falls face first.
Ah, classical. The pirate gets a nice little taste of grass.
I wanna.
Well, at least the
that's also
ground
the
tastes the
com-
same wherever you go.
And me and my scribe will also try to do stuff.
Sorry, sir, but why are we hiding?
We don't know what's there.
Lieback just crawls over. Just crawls
Line.
forward.
Line, why do you know how grass tastes?
Has this tasted it before?
Grass isn't food.
It's edible.
Is that
If
what they
you
mean?
have been in a brawl multiple times, sometimes you eat some dirt.
Me and my
Eating
scribe
dirt
have
is
the
very
same.
unhealthy for you. Just say no.
It is not something I can, let's say, be
All
in
of you-
charge of when you
Why
get
would someone
knocked
force
out.
you to eat dirt? Wouldn't someone just punch you instead?
They punch me and then drive my face through the dirt.
Oh,
Then just
I
keep
get
your
an.
mouth closed.
Yeah.
I'm not
Not
sure.
when I'm
Is this
knocked
something
out.
that you aim for? Or...
At this point, you all also gather that you guys haven't exactly have a stealthy approach as you're currently talking about eating grass.
I just stand up and
Whatever it
wipe
is.
my coat and I just walk further. With the pen still in my on my back. Just
Wait
clink,
for me!
clink,
Wait for
clink.
me!
I'm probably not the person to say this, but shouldn't the stealthiest person scout for a bit and scream if something happens? That would be fun.
I can try.
I mean, I can send my scribe ahead.
You could definitely do that.
I can go.
I-
I'm
I can
super
try.
stealthy.
Well,
Does could Zanzaroth do an Arcana check to see if with his crystals he can actually feel any sort of flow of magic or anything like that?
Do you have the detect magic ability? spell.
I don't know. I presume not.
Since Rytuls,
I do.
Barancer, do you wish to cast detect magic?
If I'm asked to, I would.
Okay. I was just wondering if there's a possible, just you know.
Are we sure that there is not like a weird thing in there?
Yeah,
I mean, you'd probably know I have detect magic.
it's
mean-
fine. I wouldn't expend that at this point. But yeah.
Barancer, do you cast detect magic?
Sure, I will.
Alrighty. So, if you could go to your character, go to spells, and detect magic. You generate a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. And I believe it is a 30-foot emanation, so it's basically boop!
Yep.
You detect magic in that area around you. You detect no magic.
Hey, does it last a little while though?
It is basically a radar ping, and you can just ping, ping, ping. But every time you use it, it's basically just, is there any magic in this area?
If you're gonna try and detect something, I would suggest you would plant your butt against the wall of the castle, or ruin, or whatever that structure is.
Can Zanzaroth climb the tree?
You can make a athletics check to try and climb the tree.
Zanzaroth will try and scramble up the tree
Alrighty.
to get a better viewpoint of the land.
Fair
Is
enough.
that an
Make an
acrobatic
athletics check.
or an
Athletic.
Okay.
Climbing is strength based, so it is athletics. A 14. It takes quite a while for you to actually get up that tree. Especially with your smaller frame, and maybe with somebody's aid or boost, you only come about halfway.
Zanzan, do you need help?
As you peer over the area, could you make a
Yeah.
perception check, Sensrov?
During that time, Elsa gets bored and goes to the cliffside to watch.
It's an attribute of you.
I'll
Yes.
make sure to stay by her side for a bit.
You see no movement or suspicious activity in the fortress.
Sad.
Asya, you look over a large ocean. You see no other land in sight. It's daunting, and you realize that you are actually very far separated from any other civilization. You have this moment of realization that you're just kind of looking out, and you have no idea what the hell you are in the world.
Neat.
Would
Well,
I recognize that look?
It seems a bit forlorn, like a 1,000-yard stare.
I just say, first time being away from home?
Sort of.
Well,
Well, these ruins
If-
seem safe enough.
if adventure calls you, I will say for certainty, you will find a place wherever you go. As I, with the rest, move upwards towards the wall.
So yeah, the construct
So
would
far.
be further in front than anyone. Clarify.
Alright.
Preferably having some space between them.
Very well.
As we get closer, I try to examine the walls and the architecture,
Very well.
see if I can figure something out.
Elsa, if you start to kind of look and try and investigate the make of this small little fortress, make a crafting check.
Crafting empty. Do I
Crafting
see
is
that?
under skills.
Efficiency, skill. Oh, there we go.
A 19. Sadly enough, this isn't much of your expertise, but you're fascinated by it. Even though you can't really quite place the make of this structure, as you've seen this kind of way everything is set up, you haven't really seen before. You can only quite determine, however, this structure has probably been here for longer than any civilization you have seen. It is truly ancient.
I'd like to
It's
cast
really
Detect
old,
Magic.
guys.
Alright, Provencer. I'll place another mission around you. Bup. You detect no magic.
Nope, no magic here.
Well, maybe it's just an empty ruin. Could be.
Maybe. Boy, dragon friend, please. You want to move ahead?
I guess, are you talking towards the construct?
Yes.
As it would act very similarly to like a dog, just not understanding what you're saying. But Zanzaroth would send him forward anyway. Could he do a stealth, the construct?
Yes, your consular can definitely make a stealth check if they want to. With a 13, your construct starts to kind of try and be stealthy. However, there comes a point where they walk around the different stones, and a lot of them start sort of clattering around. You hear a little tick 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 tick.
I'm guessing the construct wouldn't see anything.
Make a perception check with your construct.
Okey-doke. There it is.
A 15. It does not.
Question mark. Ominous question marks.
Ominous.
can see that you roll. We can't see what you roll.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
Oh no.
DM screen.
Mm-hmm. Private.
So Zanzroth would not be speaking.
Ah, I wish I could actually tell it.
As we would send the construct further forward still. Just keeping some distance. In the fancy.
Your construct slowly starts to move in.
Pardon?
As your construct slowly moves in, it takes another look and sees nothing too interesting. Sitting on a dark there.
Lineback just asked, are we moving in or are we gonna stay here all day?
Let's move in.
Zanzroth would look to you and just nod and point
Oh no.
without speaking.
Alright. Could everybody
Before, so.
kindly roll me some initiative? Oh, I need this one. Hi cuties.
Where's initiative again? Here?
So, under attributes.
Attributes.
Oh,
20.
There's only
damn.
Oh, initiative goes under perception.
Yes. You use your
I'm
perception
used to
how
being
quickly you can
dexterity.
actually see different creatures.
I'm used to
I
being
rolled a nat
dexterity.
1.
I rolled an
Beautiful.
18.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Suddenly, as all of you start to kind of move forward, and especially if Perencer starts to move more in the cave, the rubble in front of you starts to shift a little bit. You start to kind of look in, and you see a hand laying there. At first, it doesn't move. However, suddenly, if you take a single step forward, the hand suddenly lurches out towards you. And combat begins.
So, do we
First
have
person.
any initiative?
Begin
Oh,
initiative.
wait.
Sensorov. You suddenly see one of the hands kind of crawl out from the rubble right in front of you and going for Perencer. What do you do?
Could I use... So how many action points do you get in this?
You have 3 actions every turn. Let me explain quickly how combat works. You start every combat or every one of your turns with 3 actions. Every one of your abilities, everyone like making a melee attack, casting a spell, costs a certain amount of actions. If you want to do something, you can check into your character sheet or your different skills or your different abilities, what they all will cost. Otherwise, you just tell me, I want to do this thing, and I'll tell you, that costs this many actions.
Do you have to move before your actions?
No, you can move, hit, move, you can move,
Okay.
you can hit, you can cast spell, move.
Okay.
Moving costs 1 action.
Okay.
If you interrupt your movement with any other action, the rest of your movement is lost. So if you move 10 feet and then cast a spell or make an attack, the rest of the movement is lost. Don't forget, you can spend a single action to command your construct to do 2 actions.
A single action to do 2 actions. Okay.
For your construct.
Then can I spend an action to command my construct, please?
Yes. What construct do you give? What command do you give your construct?
I would like to make it move towards wherever this hand is and attack it.
It can easily move 25 foot right here, and there's a single hand right in front of it. For those who haven't seen, the answer over the answer over here.
Okay, and then it would attack.
Very well. Click on your character and has a unarmed strike. First roll the attack, not the damage. So the strike.
That was... Oh, that one, okay. I see. A different number.
825 brutally hits. It's a crit. Roll critical damage.
Oh, okay.
One very important thing that everybody should know about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Not only 20s crit, it's if you exceed the armor class by 10. You also crit. Dealing 10 damage to the crawling hand. Your construct quickly homes in on this creature, and it in its battle wariness, in its battle form, it jumps down on it, so eviscerating it. You see the gears just clamping down the entire hand, and it just squishes. One of the hands is dead.
It's a mechanical draconic noise.
Yes.
The,
You have 2 more actions.
2 more actions. Could I give it another 2 actions?
You can give it 1 more action.
I can give it... So I can spend 1 more to give it 2, or spend 1 more to give it 1.
You can spend 1 more to give it 1.
Okay. Is it in range of another one to hit it?
Nope.
Or would it not be in range? Okay.
It is not in range for another one to
So
hit
I have
another one.
another 2 actions. To fire a crossbow, is that 1 action?
Yes, if you have your crossbow equipped, you can fire
I
it
believe so.
if it is loaded. I'm going to say that you probably have it equipped.
Yeah. So then move action to here.
Very
and
well.
Fire a crossbow at one of the hands.
Can you move that range? Let me check this real quick.
I believe so. That was like 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces.
Yeah,
5
30
spaces.
feet. How much is your movement?
I don't know.
Click. You have 25 feet. So you can move to there.
Oh, there. Okay.
Either. The hands are within 40 feet and 45 feet, which is easily within your crossbow range. Make a crossbow attack. A 7, however, sadly, within the rubble, and this hand's kind of quickly starting to move. You miscalculate your shot, and the bolt disappears in the rubble.
Oh,
That will be your turn.
yes.
One of the hands suddenly starts to move out of the rubble. Its little using its little fingers to drag itself forward. It has that much speed. It goes immediately for Perencer. And it makes... Can I see range tag? And it immediately starts to kind of crawl up Perencer's legs, trying to kind of claw it, ripping it open, and going for higher and higher towards its throat. Oh, I did wrong roll. Sorry.
Get it off, get it off, get it off.
Let me roll it again so you actually can see what I roll. I rolled a 15. A 15 hits your armor class exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Its claws, its clawed fingers starts to rip into your flesh. It starts to hurt, it starts to bleed. You take 3 damage.
Ow.
And that was 1 action, 2 actions. And it will then spend an action to grab itself onto you. You are now grabbed by the crawling hand.
Oh no.
Elsa, chaos is breaking out around you. Your comrades are being attacked by hands.
Ah, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off.
What do? You have 3 actions.
Creep, creep, creep. Okay. So Elsa did not think of equipping her crossbow, so she takes it up from and basically draws it.
Oh, don't worry about that.
One
When the combat
action.
begins, I am going to say you are trained adventurers and you probably have your weapon equipped. That will not cost you an action.
So she'll just move behind line back,
You take
put
1.
her crossbow over his head, and try to fire at the.
Of course you can.
I moved my head a bit so
the
she
one
has
in-
better
as far as-
vision.
One thing you might also want to try and do as an investigator, you can devise a stratagem, allowing you to analyze the battlefield and using your intelligence for one of your tech rolls. They will cost you 1 action. You will roll a d20 and add your intelligence, and then on a subsequent strike, you can use that roll. Or, well, you have to use that roll, or you can see if you can do anything else. Would you like to devise a stratagem?
Yes, please.
Can I see where it actually is? Pop. Let me just give it to you. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Devise a stratagem. So, frequency once per round. You assess a foe's weakness and in combat, use them to formulate a plan of attack against your enemy. Choose a creature you can see. First of all, choose a creature. You can choose the crawling hand that is crawling up Perencer, or the one a little bit further away. Which one do you choose?
The one that's trying to attack per answer. That's
Excellent.
one.
Then, roll me a d20. You can roll d20 by doing slash roll d20. All in one text box.
A slash is very important.
Lovely. So you can use a 17 on your next attack roll. You now have 1 more action left. Do you wish to use your stratagem to shoot the hand? as you see its actions clearly. You see it move up to Ferencer's neck, it clawing over and over, and you precisely calculate where it will be. Do you use the stratagem to shoot the hand?
And off, quick! And she shoots it.
Alrighty. Press strike with your crossbow. See how that works. Otherwise, I can also calculate this, and you have +6, +17. Can I use this? Whatever, this works. You get 17 +6 is, if I remember correctly, 23, which is a critical hit. Could you roll me critical damage? 12 full damage to the creature. You precisely shoot it as it gets closer and closer to Ferencer's throat. It once does a leap to try and get around the pyromanic cat's neck. However, at that very moment, your bolt loses itself and it flings the hand into the rubble behind it, immediately killing it. You scored a crit. That will be your turn.
Good job.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh yeah,
Good shot, girl.
nice. Momo, it is your turn.
I could for the we just basically had the same actions, right? So if it uses 2 actions, I have 1 left. It can use all 3, right?
Yes. However, you do have one special ability. Let me show you how that works. Where is it? Where is it? Have I given you that thing? You have the ability to, when you're Eidolon use an action, to either give yourself 1 action, or when you use an action, to give your Eidolon 1 action. I want to see if I can find how it actually works. If I can find the actions for that. Feet, Eidolon. Load, confused, load. What do you like to do?
What I would like to do is to send my scribe over here and attack the arm, the hand.
Alright, your scribe has a 25 feet movement from there.
That is 2 actions.
Will be 2 actions. Then it has 1 more action left and it can make an attack.
I wish to use my secondary attack.
Very well. Roll your secondary attack.
If I remember correctly from what I've seen, that's the crit, right?
That is a crit. Roll crit on your
Nice.
scribe. Jesus Christ, you guys are just destroying everything.
It's always how first session goes.
8 full
How
damage.
How do crits work in this game again?
You double everything.
You double. Oh, it's just double damage.
Yes. There are
Okay.
certain traits on weapons which adds extra damage dice, but on
but
most cases it's just
one
everything is
used to, you
doubled.
just double the dice.
Yes, you can also see it in your weapon description in the roll. 2 times 1 plus C plus 1 plus 1. In one fell swoop, all the hands that were starting to crawl out of the woodwork seems all have been slain. It seems quiet for a second. Momo, you can still do 1 action yourself if you want to.
Do I use 3 actions for the scribe?
Yes, but you can share your actions. As a summoner, you can both share your actions with the scribe. You can give yourself 1 action, and when it takes its full actions.
Then I'm just gonna cast the shield spell.
Excellent. You quickly cast yourself a shield
Cantrip.
spell.
Cantrip.
So, pop. There you go. And you now have spell effect shield.
My roommate came in and gave me a refill.
Very well. Lineback. Everything, you don't see any current movement around. Everything seems quiet. However, you have an eerie feeling at the back of your neck. This was all way too easy.
As I make my way
Making my way.
towards Pyromancer, standing like a little bit behind him. Or her, I don't know what.
Any pronouns?
Yeah, I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, any.
Literally any.
Alright.
The pronouns are
Well,
fire, fire.
We're all gonna use different ones.
Pronouns is
Yeah,
fire.
yeah. Pronouns are all of them.
I respond to them.
Lineback just goes like this. I don't trust anything now. He just pulls the lever on his gun and just pretty much just goes around looking
Would you
if
like?
he can see any movements.
would you like to prepare a reaction? And if you see anything, you make an attack.
I would love to.
Excellent. You ready a attack. That one's dead. Suddenly, with a large yell from east of you, from one of the ramparts, a creature appears. Also one decaying with bright blue eyes shining up. It screams at you in common. Welcome those who will be slain by my axe! And it jumps on the ramparts, trying to get to Perencer. Lineback,
Oh, Prancer.
make your attack.
Okay. Please don't fuck me over now. Where is it?
Come on,
There
nat
it is.
20, another one. Let's go. Let's go.
I hope, but I doubt.
The
Oh, good
28
enough.
hits. Roll your damage.
Ritz?
Hits.
Oh, hits.
And crit.
I just look at it and I'm just screaming, ah! As I just blindly shoot.
Dealing 3 damage to the target. Boop. What you guys see in front of you is the following creature. Where is it? Bop! A horrified, undead-looking Viking with coral growing all over their body. Their nose has been misplaced. Their teeth are all rotting away. Their eyes glowing with the energy. Oh wait, show players. There you go. Sorry.
There it is.
I was wondering.
Their eyes glowing lights with unnatural energy. It is wielding a giant great axe that is glowing with the same energy. It strikes Perencer. A fucking natural one. As Lineback shoots it in the face, it tries to make a giant swing for Perencer, and at that very moment a blast blinds this creature, and Perencer gets a single second to just dodge out of the way. The axe flies right over their heads. The creature looks stumbled for a few seconds.
Lineback just looks at you and just says, run!
It, having been dazzled by this, simply strikes out a hand and tries to grab Perencer. It is at a -5 penalty. Can I make this? Whatever, I'll just calculate myself. -5, whatever I roll now. 30, 25. Perencer, you are grabbed by the creature.
Against my what?
Your reflex save. So that's
Okay.
reflex plus 10. It drops its great axe to the ground and it just grabs Perencer and holds it down. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Perencer,
Hello?
it is finally your turn.
This is not good.
I'm grabbed. Let's see. I could do, what was it? A manipulate action.
You could.
Should not be grabbed. Wait, how do somatic components work when I'm grabbed?
You can still move around. You still have like your fingers and stuff to move. Your movement speed is lessened and you're easier to hit. But you can still use your spells.
Okay. Right. Is defensive casting a thing in this?
Did you not get attack of opportunities?
What did you say?
You mean like that you don't get an attack of opportunity, or
Yeah.
not all creatures have attack of opportunities. You can
That's true,
try and
that's
recall knowledge on these creatures to actually find out what their abilities are and their immunities and resistances.
Either way, I think in this case I would definitely just do a burning hands.
Alrighty. So
Just like
cast your
yelping.
spell.
Yeah.
So he needs
That
to make a reflex save.
Yeah.
Boop. Wait, can I clicking on this? Why is it not working? Whatever. Where's my reflex save? Here it is. Reflex. And roll. With a 21, that becomes a failure, or success in my case. Roll your damage, and he takes half of it.
Yeah. Wait. That's just that, right? 4 damage.
4 damage. as you blaze this creature full of your infernal fire, it takes very, very little damage, as it seems to absorb the fire in its cold, dead skin. It laughs off your attack, only slightly singing some of the choral that is grown on him. Is that all you newbies have? You still have one more action. What would you like to do?
Right. I guess I'll use that action to manipulate to not be grabbed.
If you want to try and squirm your way out of a grapple, you can try and make let's see if I can find it, because that'll make it easiest. Strikes, attacks, take cover, to the climb through, disarm, feint, treat poison. Whatever, if I remember correctly, it's an acrobatics check to try and squirm your way out of it. Ah, there it is, escape. With an 8, yeah, that's definitely not going to work. The creature, you're trying to squirm your way out of it after just blazing it. You see this, your fire of your very being heat up, and this massive fire wave just waves, engulfs this creature. It smiles and simply shrugs off the little cinch it has. You try and squirm out of it, however, it just smiles and keeps you there.
Oh, it's typically athletics or thievery.
Thievery.
Oh no,
check.
athletics of the
Oh,
creature
unarmed
grabbing
attack.
you.
Attempt to check using your unarmed attack modifier against the DC. Which in your case is +5. So it will be 6 + 5, still won't be enough.
Oh,
Let me just clean
also, are these cone things for you there as well?
Yep, I should just delete all of them.
Yeah,
We are back at the top of the turn. Zenzeroth, a undead creature, just jumped down from the balcony, is now harassing your friends. What do you do?
Control my construct.
Your construct gains 2 actions. What does your construct do?
My construct would move towards this creature.
Here's a fun fact. If you flank a creature, it becomes flat-footed, causing it to lose some armor class.
I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
Now you do.
Now I do. And they would make attack roll.
Alright, attack with your unarmed strikes.
Let's see here.
An 18 hits, thanks to the flank.
Yay. Wonderful.
Roll an attack. Over your damage. Dealing 5 whole damage to the creature. Your construct moves quickly behind this creature and starts to bite back in his lower back, taking a chunk out of it. It's visibly, definitely damaged, having this undead goop now in your construct's mouth. However, the creature itself is just enjoying the battle. You have 2 more actions. What do you do?
Is there an action you can do to break a grapple that exists?
You can aid Perenzer in trying to escape it. You can make one action to aid them, and as a reaction, you can then, on Perenzer's turn, roll a check to try and give them a bonus.
I see.
Alternatively, if you kill it, I'm just free.
Alternatively, if I kill it, yeah. In that case, I'd like to just make a shot at this creature.
Very well. Roll your crossbow attack.
Still counts as being flanked, right? Gives you a roll.
Yes. General rule is, yeah, if a creature is flanked, it's not going to be more defensive against an arrow. 17 hits. Roll your damage.
Yeah.
Taking 8 more damage. You quickly pile on the damage on this creature, on this undead monstrosity. I believe you have one more action. Oh, you do need to reload your crossbow. Because you did shoot it last time, right?
I did. So
Yeah.
in that case,
You would have probably loaded a bolt into it and
yeah.
shot it.
Yeah.
Then, Elsa. A hideous undead creature just appeared in front of you and is now assailing one of your allies. What do you do?
I devise a stratagem on it.
Very well. Roll a d20. A 7. The next attack you make against this creature uses your 7 plus intelligence.
Okay, so
No, instead of your strength mostly.
uh, yeah, I just
You look.
reload my crossbow.
You reload your crossbows. 1 action. You have 1 action left.
Yeah, and I say, stop grabbing my friends. Shoot him.
Alrighty. I shoot him. You use that 7 of yours plus your proficiency of 3, bring it to 10, and your intelligence of 4, bring it to 14, which would not hit. You fire a bolt at this creature. You have a hard time devising a strategy. I'm trying to look on it. You're trying to your best to find out what course of action you need to take. However, it's an experienced fighter and is enjoying this way too much. Its chaotic nature itself is causing you to kind of rethink your course of actions, and the bolt goes wide because it just wasn't the time. Momo, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use 1 action to move the scribe, and then I want to attack with my primary. 1 question.
Yes.
Is it that I have to choose disarm or trip, or are both effective?
Disarm and trip means that you can use the weapon itself and your normal athletics bonus and any enchantments the weapon has.
Okay.
It is not like you attack it, does it trips. It means you can trip it while having this weapon.
Okay.
And using any bonus that applies to the weapon. So it just makes an athletics check. The creature just make an athletics check.
Honestly, now it's more worth dead than downed. I'm going to attack once with the primary.
Very well. Make a strike. A 23 hits. Roll damage. Dealing 4 slashing damage to the creature. What is his primary weapon? How does your scribe attack?
I'm guessing the primary is the pike, or the not the pike, the like big stick it has.
It smashes it with the stick in form of a crescent moon, slashing it open.
And then I want to use the secondary attack because it doesn't have a -1 to hit.
You would use your first map then. Yes, you've done that. Excellent. Very well. So let me teach everybody what multiple attack penalty is. So as you can see on that roll, it has a -4 penalty of multiple attack penalty. Every time you make another attack, if your character makes another attack, it gets penalties. It is harder to hit things consecutively. A 14 does not hit.
Okay.
You've used 2 actions.
I have one more action.
Yes, Momo has 1 more action.
And I can't have the scribe use it.
Nope.
Okay.
You gain 1 more action because your scribe used an action.
Then I'm going to use my sling.
You're going to use your sling. Alright, make that attack. I'm going to check something real quick. But
Does that count? Is that a multiple attack, or is this my first attack?
yeah, I'm going to look that up real quick.
I would assume it would be your first.
Yeah, but summoners work very weird because you're kind of one and the same. You're kind of in tangent with each other.
Yes.
Odd.
Multiple. Your island is no mere minion. It doesn't have a minion or summoner trait, and the 2 of you work together and coordinate your attacks. You and your island share your actions and multiple attack penalties, so it will be at your maximum attack penalty.
Gonna be a -5.
A 2
it's a 2!
A 2 does not hit. It's your sling bullet disappears into the rubble, never to be seen again.
Oh no! Whatever will I do? My
Becomes
sling
part of
bullet.
the rebel.
Okay.
Oh no.
Before I'm gonna take any of my actions, did you say he dropped his axe?
Yes, he did. It's 2-handed axe. I can't grapple somebody and held the axe, so I kind of had to drop it. Whoops.
I'ma steal it.
You take 1 action. I would say you have to at least move a little bit closer, be adjacent to the Draugr.
To move, and then I want to steal it.
Excellent. Give me a second. I'm going to give you a fun little weapon.
I axe.
Don't I need to
Hit him
roll
with it. Hit him with it.
Hit him with it.
Also, which it's a two-handed axe, so I would say that. Do you sheath your weapons or do you drop your weapons? Because sheathing your weapons costs an action.
I sheath my weapons. I just don't want him to have his weapon.
Dude, you should
Both
beat him
sheathing
with it.
both weapons. I'll say the
Oh,
following:
no,
you can move.
I only had my gun out.
Oh.
I said that. Only
Excellent.
had my gun out.
All right.
Just gun. Grab.
All right. Then that will be. Can I? How the fuck does it work? I was doing this. Held two hands. Drop. No, not drop. Why can I not? Ah, there we go. Warren. Alrighty. So
Also, can't you still carry two-handed weapons in one hand? You just can't use them.
you can use them. Just for mechanical benefits, I said he dropped it because he needs two-handed stuff. Can you actually shift it over? Whatever. I don't care. You can't use them. He dropped it because he wanted to be cool and grab per answer and be threatening. Lineback, you
Those
currently
were
have a
the-
giant ass fucking +1 great axe.
So that will be my 3 actions.
Actually, it's unidentified. I didn't say anything. You didn't hear me say a +1 great axe. It feels very magical. As you grab the axe, you can feel it has resonant in it. It is an ancient weapon. Its blades are still sharp after an endless amount of time, and it seems to almost resonate with your movement. However, that will be the end of your turn.
But before my turn ends, I just scream, "He's armed!"
As you grab his weapon out from underneath him, the creature suddenly starts to focus on you. He goes, "That's mine."
Not anymore, it ain't.
First off thing he does, as he still has Perencer grappled, is he throws Perencer on the ground. Perencer, you're getting tripped.
No.
He makes an athletics check against you. And that is full DC. 823 against your reflex will not be enough. You are no longer grappled as he does release you, but you are tripped. Where is the trip action or the trip status? Why are these things so small? A, B, C, D, E, F, E, prone, quickened.
Isn't me being tripped just that I'm prone?
Yes, oh, prone. That's the one I'm looking for. Damn it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I should be prone.
Yes, I'm looking for the condition right now. I'm just being a little bit slow about it. There's prone. Bloody hell. You're prone and flat-footed. The monstrous creature then... he actually swipes with his massive fist as he like throws Perencer on the ground. He goes with one haymaker with his fist, going after both Perencer while still going to the ground and lying back at the same time. This will be at a penalty though. But hey, 13. Perencer, that is your armor class.
Yeah, because I'm prone.
Guess you're prone. Lineback, you are able to dodge the great grotesque fist that is flying towards your face right now.
Well, you're uglier than expected.
Prancer, you take 10 damage. As you are grappled by this creature, he swipes out your legs from underneath you and then just punches you into the ground, immediately going for a second attack against Lineback, who's able to stab it backwards. You hit the floor with a resounding thud as your air is kind of released from your body. You take a moment, you blink, blinking everything out of existence. Blinking the days out of your existence. You're also splattered with rented flesh and rotting seaweeds. Could you please make a fortitude save?
Alright.
A 13 will be a failure. As this creature's flesh and rotting seaweed just covers your entire body, and you have this moment where you're grasping for air, everything just kind of pours into you, and you are sickened 1. Sickened 1, you feel ill. Sickened always includes a value, in this case 1. You take a status penalty equal to this value on all your checks and DCs. You can't really ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while sickened. You can spend a single action retching in an attempt to recover, whilst you have, lest you immediately attempt a fortitude save against DC. Basically, you are currently just overwhelmed by this just disgusting taste in your mouth of just rot and seaweed. It is salty, briny, and the worst thing you've ever tasted.
Bleh.
That is the end of the Draugur's turn though. Prancer, it is your turn. You're laying on the ground, having the worst of times.
I crawl 5 feet away.
Very well. You do 5 feet away. It's your first action.
Yeah. That was my second act. What did you say I could do for the second?
Wretch, you can try and just puke everything out. You can make another fortitude save.
Okay. Alright, I get another fortitude save. I don't know the DC, do I?
Nope. You can try and make some knowledge checks to see if you can figure out the DC.
What kind of action would that knowledge check be?
For this creature, that will be a religion check.
A religion? Yeah, no. Nope. I'm just gonna try picking that out. Fortitude.
A 19. You spit. You bring up some bile to get all of this out. It's just this murky green liquid that currently comes out of your body. But you do lose second condition. You have one more action. Do you wish to stand up from prone?
Right. No.
No. What would you like to What would you like to do with your last action?
I would like to. Wait, who's attacking? Okay, so we have Zanzaroth's creature and Momo's creature attacking.
And Lineback currently holds the creature's weapon.
And I'm not gonna be there for very long if I have anything to say
I'm gonna
about it.
cast guidance on Zanzaroth's construct.
Interesting. So, how does your magic actually look when you're casting guidance? Do runes appear? Does the nature itself help the Eidolon?
Essentially, a small little flame comes from my eyes, and there's a small little fire thing surrounding. It's this very, very faint aura around the construct. So the next thing, it gets a +1.
Let's see if I can actually make something cool for this. Give me a second. I want to do something. It's slightly light now. Alright. Your construct suddenly lights up with this internal fire. It's boosted systems. It gains a +1 status bonus on one attack roll, perception check, or saving throw. And that were your 3 actions. So we're back at the top of the round with Zenzaroth.
Does a grapple count as an attack roll?
Yes.
Could I try and use my construct to grapple?
Yes.
Where's grapple as an option? Is it in like action or something?
Yes. There you go. You can uncheck. Requirements. You have at least one free hand or have your target grappled or restrained. You attempt to grab a creature or object with your free hand. Attempt a athletics check against the target's fortitude DC. You can grapple a target you already have grabbed or restrained without having a hand free. So it makes an athletics check and it can use the guidance for that. Do note that this does count as an attack, as it has the attack trait and will make any further attacks which your construct take a penalty.
In that case, I will not do that. It will simply attack with a strike.
Very well. Do you use the guidance?
No.
A 9 would not hit. You also, every single one of you, has 1 hero point. You gain a hero point by doing heroic things. I also give hero points out at the end of every combat. You can use hero points to re-roll any rolls, or you can sacrifice all of your hero points to make yourself sure that you don't die. Would you like to use a hero point to try and re-roll that check?
Sure.
Then right-click your 9, and you can
Use the
do
guidance
re-roll
this
using a
time.
hero point.
I will use the guidance. I can reroll using hero point. Okay. That's
A
24.
23, a 24 even. That hits. Roll damage from your construct. Ah! Excuse me. Dealing 5 bludgeoning damage as it just bumps into the creature itself. Up. The creature starts to look rougher and rougher for wear. You still have 2 actions left.
Okay. Zanzaroth can move. How do I do the arrows? I think there's a rule in here.
Reloading costs you a action.
Can move 25. Okay. I would like to move using one of my actions if I could not use this rule. How do I do that? I don't know. There. And use my other action to use my healer's kit on Bronzer.
Using your healer's kits. So, first of all, you would have to equip your healer's kit, which takes an
Do I get
action.
to equip it?
But to actually use to heal somebody in combat, you would need the battle medicine feat. Otherwise, it will take 10 minutes to actually patch somebody up, patch some wounds.
Wasn't aware of that one.
I'll look how that works. Would you like to redo your turn, or at least
Yeah.
redo your last 2 actions? So,
Yeah.
boop, if I remember quickly, you're over there.
So, I'm presuming I can hold a crossbow in one hand, but I can't fire it in one hand.
No,
So-
you cannot fire it in one hand. You can change your grip to one-handed.
So essentially, I'm suggesting, could I withdraw my shield but still hold my crossbow, but not use the crossbow?
Yes.
Okay. Then he would move here and do that.
Alright, no, that just pulling out your shield doesn't actually raise your armor class. You would have to raise it too. Lots of things for shields.
Okay.
You would change your grip,
I'm gonna do this anyway.
and then you would equip your shield, held in one hand. But you can use it for to another one. You could try and take cover. That will give you some armor class instead.
Okay, I'll do take cover then,
Alrighty.
if I can.
I'll unequip your thing. Warren. Is there a way for me to just quickly give you cover? Is that status? That'll be nice. Nope, whatever. You make sure that your small frame is always kind of out of the way of this creature. You just kind of start darting around its legs and your allies. You have a +2 to your armor class. Remember that one.
Yay. Plus
Elsa.
6.
All right. So I see him surrounded by everyone.
Everyone.
So I drop my crossbow.
You drop your
and
crossbow.
Take out my sword.
You spend 1 action to equip your sword.
And I move in close combat, and I try to grip him.
To grip him? To grapple
Yeah.
him? Alright,
I
make
want trip.
me... Oh, trip!
Yeah.
Alright, let me show you how trip works. Where's the trip? Boop! Requirements, you have at least 1 hand free, which you do. You try to knock a creature to the ground. Attempt a athletics check against the target's reflex DC. Try an athletics check. Against its reflex DC? That would not be enough, sadly enough. Would you like to use a hero point to try and reroll it?
Yes, please.
Then right click your 11 and do reroll using a hero point.
Oh!
That is not much better, sadly enough. You try and get in there in all the chaos and just try and bring the creature to the ground. However, multiple times you have to actually dodge a hyperactive kobold trying to not get pummeled by this monstrous creature. Momo! Yeah, it's your turn, dear.
I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna take some inspiration, and I'm going to try to trip him with the with my primary, or with my summoned primary.
Very well. Make a athletics check with your scribe.
Athletics.
That's a motherfucking natural 20. That's a critical
Yeah,
success.
pixelated, Kayla.
To get pixelated. So, on a critical
Yeah.
success for Trip, the target falls and lands prone. It takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Could you roll me a 1d6, please?
Is it okay if I just use the damage for that and don't so too?
Why is it? Just do 2 damage. That works. Half. Pop.
Anything.
There you go.
And then I want to strike twice with my secondary.
Alright. Do know that a trip check is an attack, so you would already be at your first map. Make
I
your check.
remember that.
A 11 will not
11.
hit. And an 8
that
does
doesn't
not hit.
either.
You bring the creature to the ground and it goes into defensive posture, raising its hands, and your Eidolon just starts to kind of wail on it, and the creature just defensive, reflects all of its saves with its rough hide. Any damage you do seems to be almost nothing but superficial. Momo has
And
one action.
And I'm gonna use my action to move over to Baranza, over here.
Very well. Lying back. It is your turn, dear. You have a giant as greatsword in your hand.
I know. And I just rolled to see what my action is going to be. And I'm gonna go... Fuck it. I'm gonna try and hit it with his own blade.
Cool. Make a strike with your the great axe.
Wait, actually, you just said sword.
Great axe.
Why is it called a sword in my inventory?
It's called a great axe. Right?
Oh.
Unusual
Oh,
great
right.
axe.
No, it's the picture. I'm confused. Never mind.
Fair enough. Oh, fucking 20. Roll damage.
Oh boy.
It's a +1.
For a total of 8 damage as the giant axe comes down on this creature, cleaving off large chunks. That was one action.
Okay, that was clumsy. Fuck. Can I do anything that he would stay down for longer?
You can prepare a reaction to trip him again the moment he gets up.
I'll do that.
Excellent! You prepare a reaction for when he gets up so you can trip him again.
Just like...
I'm gonna see if this...
Stay down!
Alright. I'll make the character get up. You get to make an athletics check now against it.
Athletics.
Athletics.
There's that stand again. Athletics. That's not good. Let's go.
A 9. Sad enough, it is able to actually dodge out of the way before you get to do anything. The creature lurches at you at this moment. It first
Oh boy.
it first shoves you forward. With a 29, I believe that also then crits. Let me quickly check how shove works so I can actually check everything. Shove. You push a creature away from you. Attempt an athletics check against the creature's fortitude DC. Critical success. You push your target up to 10 feet away from you. You can stride after it, but you must move the same distance in the same direction. Alright. 1-2. Lineback gets just flung back while the creature just creeps up with it. He stands up and you try and trip it, however it just plays its hands at you and just starts moving forward. You have
You just hear me when I crack into the wall. Huzzah!
almost. You place one of your foot in the sand and just be able to stop the movement. It still has one action to do.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Let's see. It just takes a swing with its fist. For a 13, I don't believe that hits. You're actually
I just duck.
you're able to see the strike coming as this creature's just now fully focused on you. He's trying to get the axe back from his. He's screaming, "That's mine! Give it back!" And you see, you see him. As you scream at it, it's a big oaf. You see its anger in its face, and it's winding up an attack.
Oh god.
Yeah, and you, in a moment it releases, you just duck down, and the hand smashes into the rock behind you.
Ah, missed me.
Prancer, it's your turn, dear. You feel
Right,
a little better. You still have this really, really awful taste in your mouth.
Yeah. This creature, I don't know it's undead, but it looks kinda undead.
You can quite figure out that it is most likely not alive.
It's a rotting body.
I want to cast heal with 3 actions.
Very well. Pressure you spell. As you take your full turn while you're still on the ground, you don't even stand up, you just start casting heal. You channel positive energy to heal living and damage the undead. For 3 actions, you disperse positive energy in a 30-foot emanation. This targets all living and undead creatures in a burst.
Yep.
I believe I have to make
no one's hurt. No one's hurt, so I just heal myself.
And I need to make a fortitude save.
No.
829.
Right, I do 9 HP.
Your healing is only 1. Wait, how do you get a 9?
No, so in 2 actions, increase
Yes.
the hit point restored by 8.
That is only for 2 actions.
Right, okay.
So you only heal for 1.
Okay. That suddenly made it a lot worse than I thought. I thought you got this. Alright, never mind.
It can still be very useful. I mean, if you roll an 8 and an AoE heal, that can completely turn an entire fight. It rolled a 29, which is probably a critical success against your DC. Yep, it doesn't take any damage.
Them. I just healed 1 them
You healed yourself.
for 1 HP.
For
Damn,
1
I should
HP.
have used 2 actions.
But I believe nobody else has any damage. How does your healing look? As in 30 feet
Fire.
around you. 30 feet around Perenzo is just covered into this like slight fire. It kind of licks at all of your feet. You expect it to be warm, but it feels more like you're holding your hands around a nice evening fireplace.
Like a golden ring of fire?
Yeah, exactly.
I went
Nice.
down, 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 and it's Sensorov's turn.
Yep. And I think sensor off.
And he gives
still here.
2 actions to his construct,
Alright, what does your construct do?
using one of his, as it moves opposite there,
It is once again flanked.
and the construct makes an attack roll.
Hell yeah.
And it is flanked, I believe, so all of the flanked stuffs.
A 19 will not hit, sadly enough.
Fair enough. In that case, it would then step. Step here, and then wait. Okay, so you have 3 actions. In that case, I will not step there. Can I fire from here, or is it like a thing about people being in the way?
It will gain a
Can you
+1 to
fire
its
from
armor
here?
class. However, you still have your weapon, you still need to reload it. You can reload and
that's
shoot
why
if you
I'm
want to.
thinking I've got 2 actions. Yeah.
It will gain a +1 to its armor class because it has slight cover because of all your allies standing in front of it. However, it
But
has a
it is
-2
flanked.
armor class, so it technically only has a -1 penalty.
Okay. In that case, reloading, then firing crossbow. Apart from apparently I don't have my crossbow equipped when I do have my crossbow equipped.
There you go, fix it. You're screwing it around a little bit last turn, so there we go.
This is
Right,
going well.
20, that one hits. Yeah, your guys are really making this character's life to hell.
Wow.
A bolt lunges into his shoulder. The creature doesn't react, but you hear the cracking of sound as just a bolt pierces through the shoulder blade. Elsa, it's your turn again, dear.
Okay. I once again devise stratagem.
Roll yourself a d20. You will use a 12, meaning that if you use your sword, you would hit with. Is +6 already calculated? Wait. Am I going stupid? With a +9, 12 with a 19. You would hit with a 19 with your device stratagem.
so I do that. I strike it.
Excellent.
Stop hitting my friend!
Then roll your sword's damage, because that will hit. For a total of 10 whole damage. You slash into the creature's back. You see it distracted as you saw its haymaker go for Lineback's face. At this very moment, you realize this was an exceptional moment for an attack, and you just slash a massive gash on its back. You still have one action left. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to hit it again.
Excellent. Make an attack with your sword with the first map penalty. A 12 will sadly not hit. That will be your turn. Momo.
It is my turn.
This
First,
creature looks absolutely destroyed at this point. It's just missing chunks. It has multiple lethal just gashes into its entire body. It's slightly singed.
I'm going to first attack with my standard primary.
Very well. Roll with your primary. A 9 will sadly not hit.
And then I will attack with my secondary.
Excellent. Murder is full. A 21 will hit. 2 damage for your secondary. How
I
would you like
have
to,
only rolled 2s.
how would you like to do this?
Do undeads have a soul?
No,
Okay.
maybe. Make a religion check.
No, no, I'm specifically asking because this thing's whole shtick is that it transfers souls to the afterlife.
Yes, and this thing is an undead abomination against life itself, life and death itself. It usually
That's
holds.
why I'm asking if it has a soul.
Well, it seems to be conscious and talking, and that is technically an indication of a soul.
Okay. Then with its hand, crushes its head and takes its soul and disappears.
Oh, actually, I realized you did
The
actually a lot more.
afterlife.
Oh, that is fun, cool. So, we see all of you kind of gathering around as this creature tries to pummel Lineback for stealing his weapon. As your scribe of the dead comes close to this creature, it plunges its claws inside of it, and it just kind of raises up, removing the small blue light from it, as the scribe slowly disappears into nothing, together with the lights. The body itself drops to the floor, never to move again.
I fucking hate undead.
Congratulations, you all survived your first combat.
I just step to the side and just walk straight to Elsa.
Question.
Yes, dear?
How do the
was
healing kits work?
You can spend the next 10 minutes to do some exploration activities, and one thing you can do is to treat a wound. So,
How do treat wounds work?
let me just show you. So if you go to your actions, you can do exploration, and somewhere in there is treat wounds.
Actions.
You spend 10 minutes treating one injured living creature, targeting yourself if you choose. The target is then temporarily immune to treat wounds actions for 1 hour, so you can heal a person once per hour. The medicine check DC is usually 15, to might adjust it. If you succeed, you heal the creature for 2d8 hit points.
What kind of skill is that?
In medicine.
Medicine. I have +4 in medicine.
Very well. A 9 will not be enough though, but it isn't a critical failure. You spend some time trying to patch up, I'm guessing, Perenza's wounds?
Yes.
However, she is a bit finicky. And at the end, after about 10 minutes, you've kind of done a little bit too much bandaging, and it isn't exactly effective for healing wounds. It's more just, I want this cat to just sit still for a second.
No, not there. No.
Tied it up.
Yeah, not there.
Also, this was a severe encounter. You all gain 120 experience.
Nice.
Question. Have I basically tied the cat up?
In bandages, it's like making this T-pose, just can't move its arms.
Okay, can I?
Well, Well, Momo and Perencer are busy kind of just trying to each other's wounds. What is the rest doing these 10 minutes?
I walked Elsa. But you like discovering things, right?
yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
you can tell me what this is. As I hold the weapon out for her to figure out.
Oh yeah. I have dropped my sword.
Hold
again.
on, let me check. What type of check would it be? Because if I'm trained, I would like to help her.
Arcane or religion, since it came from an undead creature.
Nope and nope. Too bad.
So
But I can
I'd like to not be laying down anymore.
Oh, yeah, of course. Obviously, if you want to identify magic, it works like following. Once you've discovered that an item, location, or ongoing effect is magical, you can spend 10 minutes to try and identify the particular of its magic. If your attempt is interrupted, you must start over. You have 10 minutes easily. As set to DC, on a success, you, for an item or location, you get a sense of what it does and learn any means to activate it. For any ongoing effect, yada yada. So,
Can
Elsa.
Can I combine this with pursue or lead? If I examine the body and the ruins and the axe, does that make something or?
Let me check it out, because that is a important part of your kit. But on the case, pursue a lead.
I make it
Clue
one
in.
an investigate.
Frequency, once per 10 hits. You spend 1 minute examining the details of one particular potential clue. Designate a subject related to that clue as the target of your active investigation. This subject is typically a single creature, item, or small location, such as room or corridor, but DM might allow this. Whenever you attempt a perception or skill check to investigate the designated subject. Yes, you can. You can absolutely pursue a lead on this creature, this axe, this fortress, whatever you like.
I do that.
Excellent. Then you
So I
can.
take out a small notebook and a small pen, and I start to scribble. And I go around looking at all sorts of small things and scribble it down. Just
If,
mumbling.
if that is the case, I will lay the axe down and I will try to search for anything valuable in this room.
Very well. First of all, gonna close this. Going to move some of that stuff because it's fun. Sure. Alrighty. Lineback, make me a perception check. Elsa, make me a Arcana check.
Perception check, that's not the initiative check, right? Or
No, just flat initiative, just flat perception.
Alright. I think I did it right. If I didn't, let me know.
A24, you start digging around in this ancient fortress and you actually find that there is a lot of, that there was some kind of battle in here. Momo, Elsa also helps you with this, investigating kind of the area and finding out what's hidden. You find you collect some of the remains of these creatures. You pile them up into a little loot pile.
I'm just gonna move the scribe.
You find a onyx panther, a small little statue. You find a couple of gold pieces. You find 2 bloodstones, copper pieces, and silver pieces.
Let's see. I found a bunch of copper, a bunch of silver, a bunch of gold, a red stony thingy, and a stone pentery thingy.
Let me sit down.
Can I...
Is appraise a skill in this?
This will be either crafting or perception. But I'm not going to be difficult with that shit. You can easily see how much value it would have been.
I want to try and split the money evenly, if it is possible.
It's 5 gold pieces, 24 copper pieces, and 11 silver pieces. You are 5 people, so you could split at least 1 gold piece each. It's a little bit less than 5 copper pieces each. Can you interact with these things? Can you loot the coins? Distribute
Oh, I
coins.
think I can.
Oh, I actually can do this. Cool. Wait, I can actually do this.
Yo.
Distribute coins. Boop. So everybody now has a fair share. Distribute 1 gold piece, 2 silver piece, and 4 copies to each Elsa, Lineback, Momo,
Oh yeah.
Perencer, and Zensrov.
My coins have increased.
There
Do
is
I want to be an asshole or don't I?
there are still
I
4
don't.
copper pieces and 1 silver piece left that you
I
weren't
know.
eagerly distribute.
I grabbed the 1 silver and 4 copper and the 2 rocks. Yeah, this is only thing left that I cannot really place where what everyone should get, as well
Hey.
as this Onyx Panther thingamabob.
Look
Yes,
at that.
Momo?
Yes. no.
I just pull up 10 copper pieces. If you'll give me the silver, we can spread this.
That's a good one. I give you the silver.
I just give 2 copper pieces to everyone else.
1 silver
How's
to
that gonna be done?
Momo.
Then we still have 4 copper left, as I just do like a hand trick with the copper just being in between each of my fingers.
I guess copper.
No, I can skip it. I didn't really hurt him that much, and he hurt me a lot.
I stole
Yeah,
his
you're the only
blade.
one that took damage. That's
Yeah, you kind of got
You're
you
the
got a
only one who got
brutal
hit.
smash.
I grab all the coins in my hand. I walk up to Pyromancer. How do you pronounce that?
Pyromancer.
Pyromancer. And I just
Pyromancer.
grab your hand and lay your coins in. Every bit helped. I mean, I was just running around for the most part. As I close the hand, and I want to try and figure out what this Onyx Panther thing is.
Alright, I'll put the Onyx Panther in your inventory. What do you do with the 2 bloodstones?
I want to
Alright.
identify it. What do I need to roll for that?
So,
What do I
first of
list?
all, since Elsa already rolled a little while ago, Elsa, you spent 10 minutes while everybody's kind of going through the loot piles and covering everything up and kind of sorting loot. And you find that the great axe that Lineback has taken from the creature is a +1 great axe. Any attack made with this weapon has a +1. So,
Yes, and this thing chops really good.
identify item.
Yeah, I could have figured that from me hitting it on the back. The only thing is I'm not proficient with it, so I cannot really hurt it.
It is quite clumsy in your hands.
Yeah, it is clumsy.
But none other of your allies seem to be a big, hefty great axe wielding kind of people.
Hey,
We could bring
I'd
it
like
to the settlement and maybe sell it.
Elsa, also, when you see this, you do devise a method where if you spend about a day crafting, you could actually transfer this rune to another weapon.
Oh, yeah. I can hang on to it for a bit. Just, yeah.
You're welcome to it. I don't necessarily need it.
Alright, I'll put the
Alright.
great axe in Elsa's inventory.
And I also go and recover my crossbow.
Of course. Warren. There you go. You have everything back in.
Zandroth would examine the building as a structure, by the way.
I still want to roll for whatever I need to do to figure out for the statue.
Very well. So I can actually post this, I saw. Pop. Any of those. And Zensrov, if you want to take a further look into this structure, you can make a crafting or a perception check, depending on what you want to do.
Okie doke. Kind of examining how it was made in the first place, I suppose. Makes more sense.
Sounds like crafting.
Yes.
A 17. Cool, you actually identify it. Oh, that's the crafting check.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not that fast.
Nah, fair. Can you press one of the DCs? The dice?
Yeah,
Anyways,
you can. You can just press the chat.
Can I just ask a question
I
to the
want
group?
to try to help Lineback in one of his skills.
Help is definitely needed because I am shit at every one of
I'm-
these.
I'm good at occultism.
And I'm very good at arcane, so we can help.
I only have a +1 for all of them, so I'm fucked.
right. First of all,
Okay,
Sensorov is, while you're kind of discussing how to discover the use of this Onyx Penta, Sensorov's kind of taking a look around, kind of examining the structure some more. You don't specifically find anything. Oh, nice, you already made it. You don't find anything too specific that you clue you in on the make or age of the structure, just that it was incredibly old and it was some kind of site of a battle once.
Would I know the purpose of the structure?
It seems to be a fortress at the end of a hill, probably to look out over the ocean. Maybe once it was used as a sort of primitive lighthouse. However, you find no such exact clues. Could be a lot of different things.
Would there be any hint to if there was anything actually beneath the rubble? Like a room that was buried? In the structure of the building?
I'm saying with your crafting check, you will not be able to find it. Down there, with some help of your friends, some clues here and there, and just focusing hard on this thing, you identify what this thing does. You discover that it is a Onyx Panther talisman. Where is it? Over here. Identify item. Pop. Usage affixed to armor. It has a single activation, which is a free action. Trigger. Use a sneak action. You are required to be trained in stealth. This small stone is a stylized panther shape. When you activate it, you can move your full speed instead of half during the triggered sneak and any other times you sneak this turn. It makes you sneaky like a panther.
I pretty much say this to the entire group. Well, I'm not trained in any type of stealth. Does anyone have a use for this? Because I am at a loss.
I'm trained in stealth.
This is also a consumable,
Me
so you
too.
can only use it once.
Oh. Well, I
I
have the
just-
axe, so you take it.
I give it to Momo and just say, well, here you go.
Alright.
Only
take
one
it.
use thing though, from what I understood.
Okay, then I do have another suggestion though. What did you say it did? Was hold you sneaky while still moving at full speed.
Yes.
My honest suggestion is just to sell it and spread the gold, spread the money.
How much would it be worth?
Don't know.
Yep, 7 gold pieces.
Yeah, I say we spread. I say we share that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's gonna be seven gold pieces.
I'd like to walk around a little and cast Detect Magic just to see, is there anything else we've missed that might be magical around?
Let me just tell you this. There is nothing else here around this area. The only thing that's left is the 2 bloodstones in the pile that Dominic found, Lineback found.
Well, the only thing we have is 2 shiny red rocks.
I try and identify if these are anything.
You did not get any magical sign from them. They are worth 25 silver pieces.
So a sell item.
Yes,
Great.
it is
Selling
treasure.
them.
You have found
I
treasure.
Oh, look, it is a dabut.
Dabute.
If you want to, I can take responsibility for selling the items. I am an accountant after all.
Yeah, both
I
of
am
these
good
would
with
be
numbers.
worth, 2 of these would be worth 5 gold, so that's 1 gold each.
2 of those are
Hold
worth
on.
5 gold in total.
Hold on, this is just after me having a giant brain fart. I'm sorry for breaking character and all that.
Don't worry.
Who was the expedition leader again?
Zanzarov.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't trust a kobold with finances, Momo it is.
Yes.
That
so
seems
it's a total of,
racist.
that's a total of
My
2
character
gold
lived
in
on the
total.
sea, he is racist.
Lovely.
Total of 2
Fine,
gold
that's
in total.
racist.
Kobolds don't live on the sea.
Line back.
He
We
doesn't
just
like
saved your
anything with
life.
scales because of past happenings.
He doesn't have scales.
Line back. I can excuse sexism, but I cannot excuse racism.
Wait, what?
Why?
Well, when you get fucking almost eaten by a horde of zombies counted by a little girl, then you have the right to speak.
Right.
Okay then.
On
Go
that
forward.
awkward silence, as you
And,
guys have successfully cleared out this little fortress you have found at the edge of a hill. You've defeated all the monsters inside. There's no more magic to be found or a loot. What is the next steps? You are around, let's say, 3 hours of expedition. Somebody could treat Pyromancer soon again.
Yeah, could I attempt?
Shall we just stay here, like in this confined space for a while,
I
and
mean, yeah, we could rest.
maybe we can like figure out what this structure was, what the who the architect
Yeah.
was or something. Like we put more time in that, and in meanwhile, Pyromancer can, well, be healed a bit more.
Can I help in the healing?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can aid.
Wait, how long? What kind of rest do I need for spell slot?
Full rest, sleeping.
Full rest. Okay.
I will try and help anyone who wants to like search the thing or figure out what this place was used for. Not
Alright, first things first. Who is actually healing Pyromancer?
Xantharoth said he was.
Yes.
He was gonna do it.
Sensorov, make a medicine check. Who's helping?
Is
I
anyone
am.
else out? Oh.
Also make a medicine check.
Yeah, we actually have the same medicine.
A 16, nice. And a 15.
15.
Sensorot, could you roll me 2d8?
Yes.
16, 16, 16, 16, 16,
16.
16, 16.
You
7.
heal. You kind of undo all the kind of bondage that Pyromancer is in, and then find out why the bondage actually was necessary in the last place. So you put them back in, and you actually have some time to actually heal this hyperactive fire cat. They're healed for 7 hit points.
Yay.
Flesh constructs are confusing.
You were not able to find.
Is it like that?
Flesh constructs are actually really, really simple. If you set them on fire, they burn.
Not all of them.
Fascinating.
Oh, this is gonna be a great day.
I'm just gonna say this, even
Often
though
it's
you
more
spent
like
some extra
melting
time.
too.
If you spend some extra time trying to investigate the structure with all the rolls you've already done, you don't find any extra clues. Seems to just be some ancient fortress of long forgotten times.
Let's leave.
Could
Yes,
Well,
I-
use
we
my
could try
And this
and
time,
go up stairs a bit. I mean, as you can
You
see,
have.
there is a second floor.
You're here for more than an hour. You have investigated everything at this point.
I
It
thought I
is
could
rubble.
outsmart you, but I'm too dumb.
No. No for
So,
both.
are we gonna continue forward or are we gonna turn back?
Why would we turn back?
You turn
If
back
they
at the
have-
end of
I'm
the session.
just putting it out there.
You turn
This
back at
was
the end of the
great.
session.
We can do it later.
Alrighty.
let's
So,
find some more.
I want to summon my. I want to call back my my little friend.
you're
Are
idle.
we gonna go in the same marching order or?
Before we do leave, could I actually like carry the hand corpse things, like the stone corpse?
You can have a crawl. You can pick up a crawling hand if you want to.
Can I pick up
Ooh.
all of them?
Yes.
Okay. What are they
But
made
why?
Hands.
of?
Rotting
just
hands.
flesh?
Yes.
Okay. Kobolds technically can consume rotting substances without harm, but
Fine, I'll put them in consumables. Rotting hands.
fish
Rotting
fingers.
hand.
They're from the
Quantity.
No,
3.
No.
No.
You. You just have a little refrigerator in your construct.
If you ever need me to fry your food, just tell me.
There, congratulations. You now have 3 rotting hands in your inventory. Alrighty.
The scribe glares at you.
What? Waste not, want not.
As we leave the ruins for all the little weirdness that happened in the meantime, we once more find you guys furthering the expedition. Do you guys follow the coastline southwards, or do you go try and head back a little bit and go more inland?
I would lead by the coast.
You're going south around the coast. What do you do, famous leader? How do you lead?
I would be continuing to calligraphize. I don't know if that's even a word, but
Describe your
would
things. Very well.
continuing to make map.
Continuing to make map. Make another crafting check.
Okie dokie, Loki.
Cute. A 19. Very nice. You describe down where you just found all this madness, all these encounters. You know, down the little corner where the corner of the land you found while you're traveling more southwards. You find yourself in a large bay at one point, which you kind of look scouting across. You find this place is kind of sealed by the winds itself. It's like the open mouth of this area, and it's continuously being hit by the waves of this area, and it's kind of making an indent into the bay, leaving a large sandy area. You find yourself a nice beach.
Yeah.
Who is second in line?
Her answer is not second in line anymore.
And I can
I think
go
I am.
second.
I hear two people.
Oh,
Who?
I am.
Elsa.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's Elsa doing?
I'm very excited about our first big adventure. So I try to scan the horizon, looking for some maybe another tower or another fortress.
Make a perception check.
Or even have. Oh, there we go. Did anything happen?
Nope, didn't see anything roll. Try it again.
Okay. Close my character.
It should be under attributes. Oh, Elsa's here.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh.
You're once more getting incredibly distracted, especially just your enthusiasm. You just found magic. You found this amazing, great action. You're looking for more magic. And at one point, you see another one of. You see something like you're thinking it's glistering, some kind of like treasure hidden in the depths. And you go into the water, seem like you can pick it up, and at that very moment, a large wave just takes you a moment. And for a few minutes, you guys have to actually chase Elsa before she just gets swept into the ocean. Who's next?
Oh no.
It will be me.
Excellent. Lineback, what do you do?
I'm doing a bit more different than I did last time. I pretty much just go looking around to see for the rest.
Another perception check. This one will be done at a higher DC, since all was a perception check made.
I know. And
Whoops.
if I would see Eliza walking into the water, I would immediately run after just to get her out.
Fair enough. Ooh, 25, nice. I'm actually going to reward you. You actually do pick up Eliza at some point and actually find the little thing that she was actually going after. She actually did find something, something shiny, something magical. However, it was a necklace with a single gem inside of it. It seems very valuable.
I found it.
Boop. There you go. You find yourself a unusual necklace.
Well,
It was
seems
buried.
like you found something after all. But next time, please don't just run off without saying a thing, as I, in good faith, hand it over.
Excellent.
You saw it first.
I immediately try to like twist and turn on it and try to see what it is.
It is a necklace that is covered in miniature stone throwing knives. It's mostly just made out of simple string. You're actually surprised how well it's been kept in these waters. There is a single small stone of some sort in the middle of it, which was the little reflective surface you saw. You don't think it's any precious kind of stone, just something nice and reflective. It's catches your eye though, it's a little odd. Next off,
For answer.
Perenser. What does Perenser do?
Writing things down in their journal.
Make a crafting check. As was already made a crafting check, this one will be a little higher DC. Fancy.
It's just chicken scratches. Just
Dear
chicken
diary,
scratches.
I almost died today.
Yeah,
I am-
I've actually updated my journal for this.
Very fancy. I'm gonna keep this one a little behind my back. Momo, what do you do? Perenser is just absent-mindedly scribbling something down. You kind of catch up with her and then pass her. What do you do, Momo?
Traumatizing picture of
I don't
drama.
pass. I just stand like slightly behind. I'm just
Then you
Like
notice
a
that both of
guiding
you
hand.
kind of like having this moment where the group just keeps moving forward and forward. And you need to catch up again, forward and forward. What does Momo do for this? For the next hour or two?
I'm just sitting here humming a tune.
You're humming a
Maybe
tune.
looking. Or no, I'm looking into the forest to see if I can find anything interesting.
Make the third perception check of this.
While humming a tune.
Make a perception check for this third round.
That's under attributes.
Excellent. So, you guys are traveling for about 2 hours, and your group has this moment where you just kind of split off, start like checking everything around, and then come back together, and then you pace around for a couple of more miles, and then you split off again. At some point, Momo and Perenser. Well, the group is a lot farther away. You actually find like a small stream that doesn't really end anywhere. As you do, it suddenly starts raining. Even though there wasn't a cloud in the sky, but it seems like it just was a rolling cloud that poured over you, and now it's just raining, first softly, then hardly, then almost torrentially. And this stream actually gets faster and faster. You kind of start losing sight of your allies. However, you kind of start following the stream a little bit, and you find yourself a small
Before I
cave.
continue further, can I see if I know anything about what this is? If I've heard anything about anything
This?
into this?
What this, Mir dear? What this?
Suddenly seeing some creek and just suddenly it rains and it's
Make a nature check.
nature. That's a +1. And
It
that's
seems to be like a
9.
monsoon or rain. You
9.
haven't been here very long, so you don't really know what the weather is like here.
Yes.
Seems like it's very.
Oh wait, it's raining?
Yes. You actually lose sight of 2 of your members for a bit.
I
Starts-
know, but per answer doesn't notice until it's literally hailing.
Yes. So, you two find the following. No, where is it? Ah, there it is. If you've seen. Activate. It'll probably be all dark for a second because I haven't set up lighting as well. Give me a second. Configure lighting. Just disable all these things. Makes it all easier. Pop. Sadly enough, I don't have any rain effects at the moment. But let's see.
Which end are we at?
Perenser. Well, you came from this side.
Okay.
And Momo. In a hail of water, rain, storm, and suddenly winds, you've lost the rest of your party. You're a little lost at the moment. However, there's a cave for shelter.
I'm gonna go first since I'm not hurt.
Very well. Hey, why is the stream not actually looking at you guys?
My Eidolon.
Of course. You summon.
And I have another question.
Yes.
Why doesn't the Eidolon have a health bar?
It shares your HP pool. If
That's
the Eidolon
what I
takes
thought.
damage, you take damage.
I had a feeling since I'm the one here with the highest HP.
Yes, Summoners are actually really tanky.
So I'm gonna have it go first.
Very well. Your
Let's go.
gothic bird scribe of the death slowly starts to move into the cave. It walks past the entrance. Sees some rotting supplies, some rotting backpack to the left of it.
Can I see through its eyes?
Is
Or
that a thing?
do we
to
just
do?
share information?
Your guys are kind
Because-
of one, so I believe so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that's cool.
Eidolon, you have a connection with a
Um,
powerful and unusual otherworldly entity called an Eidolon. You can use its life force as a conduit to manifest its imperial entity into the mortal world. And the man connection with the Eidolon takes the form of a sigil in each of your body. Oh yeah, you have a sigil that connects you to your scribe of the dead. Your connection with your Eidolon allows you to communicate with it telepathically at all times, even when it isn't manifest. You also gain a share senses action.
yeah, then I'm gonna share senses. I'm gonna
What
have it.
does that look like?
I'm gonna guess it's just black and white, honestly.
Now, but like, do your eyes change?
Or, oh, probably. No, honestly, I don't think so.
Just more fluff
Cool.
flavor.
It would be cool.
No,
if
they
your
just
eyes...
turn white. White like like a blind person, or gray rather.
So your eyes just mist over as you're looking through your scribe's eyes.
Yes, and since I'm seeing rotted supplies, I'm guessing there aren't anyone here, and I wish to share that information with Prancer. Like, the supplies here are rotted away. There don't seem to be anyone here. Not anybody who eats, at least.
Well, maybe maybe no one's here now, so we can just go in.
Sure, let's go. There seem we can just go over this river, right?
Yeah,
Or is
it's not. Well, it is running, but you can easily see the stones beneath it.
Okay.
But you can easily leap it.
Prancer will leap it.
Very well. You take a little time. You
I'm just gonna jump out of the
move
way.
a little back, and then you jump over. Easy peasy.
Because you don't want a wet cat.
I'm gonna...
Should we call over the others somehow?
I don't think they can hear us.
Can't you like can you summon something to like go over there and get them?
I mean, the closest is the scribe. You know what? No, yeah. I'm going to first. I'm going to just have him peek around, but stealthily first. And he has a stealth of 4, I think. I'm gonna check.
Yeah, stealth of 4.
I'm just gonna roll my stealth, or
It's the same
just gonna
stealth.
roll something. Yeah, my acrobatics is a +4, so I'm just gonna use that.
Alright,
It's a 7. It's not very stealthy.
Not really. This
So I'm
long,
just gonna have him
this long
peek
staff
around
kind of
this corner.
digs the ground multiple times.
Does he see anything?
Give me a second. Yes. Make a perception check.
His perception. His perception is...
If you click on it, you can always use the attributes at the top left. And you can just roll perception over there.
Oh yeah, fuck. Perception. I may or may not be a dumbass. That's a 7.
7. It doesn't know
Welcome to
jack
the
shit.
club.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna have it run back to the others.
Very well. Ba, ba, ba. Momo, Emperor answer, or Momo to be precise.
Yes.
You should hear something. Little.
I read in my slingshot.
Did you
You
hear
you
something?
watch where the island came from, and a giant rock-covered spider stands on the top of it. It's starts at its back legs as it's almost like trying to going to jump off the ledge itself. And that's where we're going to take a break. We'll take ourselves a little 5-10 minutes break, get everybody some water, get some toilet breaks, and we'll be right back. Everybody in stream, see you in 10 minutes. 1. Hello, cuties. Welcome back. And we're immediately rolling initiative and getting into combat.
And I immediately rolled low, baby! And
Yay, I
someone
didn't roll in that
lower.
one.
Yo, I go before you, baby!
Ooh, hi.
Ooh, that's what I'm waiting for.
So far my initiative has been 3 and 4.
Very well.
Oh,
And
you
thus-
roll shit.
We begin the encounter. A large scorpion-like creature. Let me actually show you the picture. Ah! It's standing on top of the cliff, ready to pounce down on Momo and Perencer. The rest of the group is at the back, desperately trying to find out
And
where the rest of the party went, and just in time before all hell broke loose.
And of course it's before us.
Elsa, you're first.
Alright, I think they went this way. I just run into the cave.
You can move a total 25 feet. I'm also giving everybody an extra hero point. This combat.
One extra hero point.
Yes, everybody getting a hero point because you all survived last combat.
So I'm just
How do we
gonna
add hero points?
move that way. And that's one action.
That was one.
Ah, I see.
You can move
Caleb, just one question.
one of these. Yes.
Did you say it was -1 damage for living creatures and +1 damage for a living creature, or 1 extra negative damage for living creatures and 1 extra positive damage for undead creatures?
Damage. So negative versus living, positive versus undead. You just do extra damage. Elsa,
Okay. I was just yes.
you can try and jump across the stream now because you did move up a little bit, and you have enough speed to try an athletics check to jump over the river.
I'm gonna try that.
Make a athletics check for a long jump. A 14. I don't think that makes it. Long jump. Oh, it actually normally takes 2, but say you're stride. Oh, you stride, then make a horizontal leap. Attempt athletics checks to increase the length of your jump. The athletics check is equal to the total distance in feet you're attempting to move during your leap. So you try to move. That's 20 feet. With a 14, you land squarely in the water.
No,
Bah.
I hate water now. Not water again.
And with that, your turn comes to an end. Suddenly, you start feeling the water move. Like it's already moving, and this rain especially is making it torrential. But the moment you touch the water, it's just like it had a life on its own and it starts to move towards you. Boop! As suddenly out of the water itself, a head appears. A head,
Oh, no.
and it
Just
looks
like when water attacks you.
like a shark.
No!
The water itself rises up to attack you.
No!
It
Why
makes-
water? Why?
It makes an attack. Rolling at 26.
Oof.
That's not a crit. That's normal damage.
Yeah. Oh.
You take
11, what the fuck?
11 damage.
Mm.
The creature also grabs you.
No!
As you are plunged into the water itself, the water just suddenly rises up at you as like a wave just comes out of you, and these jaws just freeze around you and just swallow you, bring you underwater itself. This one's not after you.
Plops down under the water.
Yes. As a secondary cave spider suddenly jumps down the cliff itself, grinding some stone away from the rest of it, it charges Momo. It tries to make an attack with Stinger. A 13, Momo is able to dodge the sudden Stinger attack, jumping back into the rotten backpack behind her. Let's see, it jumped down. Let's say there's one action, it moved up and did an attack. So that will be its turn. Which means the other one goes, which jumps down, moves up, and tries to make it attack Momo with their Stinger. For an 18.
That's a hit.
I need you to make a fortitude save as you take 7 damage.
Fortitude?
Fortitude. 23. That is a success. Very well. You feel something in the sting pump into your own veins. However, you were not shaken off. You shake off the effect and quickly focus yourself back on the current engagement. I want a better music. That sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds cool. Alright, next up. Lineback. It seems once more chaos has entered into your world. You see Elsa suddenly being dragged down by a wave out of nowhere into the water itself. While your two allies a little further into the cave, you hear their screams as something is attacking them.
I use my 2 actions of movement so I can move 50 feet to go over here.
Excellent.
Let's see. I did that correctly. I did.
Yeah.
Then I already had my gun equipped and I try to shoot the water.
Try and shoot the water.
Shoot the water.
Shoot the water.
Bang, bang.
I'm just gonna say, hold on! As a
loud explosion rings out. 21 hits. Roll your damage. For 2 damage. What does the concussive do? This weapon smashes as much as punctures. Oh, excellent. The bullet flings into the water, creating a small little hole as everything in bounds comes up. A bubbling noise comes from the creature. Sensrov, it is your turn.
So, can I be riding on my construct? I don't know what that would change in combat, but...
Yes. It means that when your construct moves, you move with it.
Okay.
So,
In that case, can I give my construct 2 actions with one of mine, and then move both of us with the construct?
Yes, that is how riding works.
Yay. And then I can theoretically move 50.
So it will be like around here, easily.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the hell?
Yeah, if you both move, it just takes the amount of squares. So,
Oops.
you just release it.
As he would move here?
Yeah, it's the cliff itself, very unstable. Move on back.
Cliff. Okay, I thought that was like a beach.
Yeah, a little bit, like 5 feet of water inside. Like it's, well, currently not, because it is raining. It's literally pouring, so the water is up to the brim.
I see. As
But there you will stand
that
in
would
the
be
water itself.
two of the construct's actions and one of mine, so I've still got 2 left.
Yes.
As if I'm holding my crossbow, I would like to fire the crossbow.
Fire the crossbow.
Fire the crossbow.
I don't know which I've got selected. Hold on.
You have your crossbow equipped.
No, I mean the character.
Oh, let me just there.
Thank you. Okay. I've got both of them selected somehow, and I can't unselect them.
Make a new box. Oh, sorry. Just make a box around something else and click on yourself.
Cool. Yeah, there you go. In that case.
Wind is a weird thing. It just blew me away and just brought me back.
A 13 will not hit. The arrow disappears into the water, never to be seen again. What's your last action? Yes, you can. Right click that 13 and use reroll using hero point. That does hit. Roll your damage. Ooh, not bad. Good 9 damage. At one point you had a hard time finding this creature. You almost fired it, but at some point you see a glint, like some kind of eyeballs looking at you. You refocus on that and loosen your arrow, and you hit the what you think is an eyeball, and suddenly water lurches up into a fin, and then sinks back down, with dragging the arrow into it. You do 9 damage. Momo.
Okay, so I have one action point left.
Oh yeah, do you? You moved.
Yeah.
You fired. Fair enough. You have 1 action point left. Sorry,
Okay.
because your hero point, I got a bit confused.
I'd like to give another action point to the construct to make them like ready an attack if anything comes closer.
Readying an attack takes 2 actions.
Oh, it takes 2. Okay.
Yep.
In that case, I'd like to reload my crossbow.
You reload your crossbow. He is now reloaded. Momo, You are surrounded by scorpions. You saw your allies try and help you behind you, but now they're fighting the water itself. What do you do?
I want to have my scribe move here.
Crab moves in front of you or beside you.
And I still have one action even if I attack twice with the scribe, right?
Yes, you have the act together ability, which is a bit complicated, but basically if you use your actions together, you always have one action to spend on the other.
Okay. Then... Then I want to... Give me a second. I'll...
Oh, Milky, as we're currently on stream, we can now currently see your avatar in the stream itself. You're welcome to check the stream out and join us there.
Oh, alright. See you around.
Alright, kitty.
I'm going to attack the left cave spider twice.
Excellent. Make your attacks.
Both with the secondary.
Secondary attacks. 12 will not hit. That's a bloody natural 20. Roll critical damage. Roll that damage. Roll that damage. For 8 damage as it slashes
Why
it
do
away.
I only get 2?
It's a magical gift. You slash the creature and do 8 damage to it. It recoils at the at your scribe's attack. Now seems to focus on them instead of you. That was your scribe's actions. You, Momo, have one action yourself. What would you do?
I wish to cast shield.
You wish to cast shield.
Or can Parancer get around me?
Yeah, you can move to your allies.
Okay,
You
then
can
I'm
scan.
gonna cast shield.
Right. Boop. Spell effect shield. There you go. Then, Parencer, it is your turn. You see 2 delicious little scorpions.
Yes.
The fire inside you entices.
For the purposes of spell level things, cantrips are 0, right?
1.
1.
They're automatically
Okay.
heightened to your highest level spell.
Gotcha.
They do not cost any spell slots.
Yes. Then I will target. I will cast Produce Flame.
Excellent. Press the cast button and push flame and make an attack. Which one of the 2 are you attacking?
The left one.
Excellent. Roll that attack.
Haha.
You have hero points.
I do. I'll use one.
Excellent. Right click that 9 and use reroll using hero point. A 15 does not hit. You come very close. It scorches the creature's back, its rocky formations. However, it does not come close enough to actually damage the creature, leaving only burned rock. You have one more action.
Okay. I thought of something that was really smart. I should have done this before attacking.
Always.
And
Like
that's
try and intimidate
flank.
it. Or flanking.
Yeah, flanking was my idea.
You can try and identify these creatures, see if they have any
Yeah, I'll
abilities.
do that. I'll do
Alrighty.
that.
You can try. You can recall knowledge using nature on these creatures.
Nature, okay.
Starting off with a 7, you're not able to care anything else, and these are really big spiders. Scorpions.
That's my turn then.
They're scorpions. I did show you guys how these scorpions look, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you did.
Excellent. Then it is top of the turn with Elsa currently being grabbed by the water itself. What do you do?
How is? Can I? I'm gonna try to escape, I guess.
Alright, if you try and escape from... No, why the hell is these things grabbing on? Where's escape? There you go. I believe it is a unarmed attack which you need to make. Choose one creature, object, spell, effect, hazard, or other impending posing any of the conditions on you. Attempt a check using your unarmed attack. So go into your actions and just make an unarmed strike. Or your strikes. A22 against its athletics DC is enough. You break free. You're able to free yourself from this creature's clutches, swimming away from it for a little bit, as it's being pelted by your allies in very ranged attacks. That was one action.
I tried to climb up on the beach.
Fair enough. I'll say it's difficult range. You can move half your movement for a total of 10 feet, and you can get up on the shore. You can get over here.
And then one, two. I guess I'll pick up my crossbow and shoot it.
You currently don't have your crossbow equipped, so you can only equip your crossbow. Would you like to equip your crossbow for ready for next turn?
Okay.
Excellent. There you go. Then it is the creature's turn. It is going to roll randomly who's going to attack. 1 is going to be Elsa again, 2 is going to be Sensor's Construct, 3 Sensor off, or 4 is going to go for lineback.
Not me, not me, not me. Not
Roll
me.
d4. It's going to try and get to lineback. It swims up. Suddenly a large wave flings this creature, this literal water itself, on the ground. It's first a little puddle. However, then the shark just lurches out of this little puddle of water and tries to bite lineback.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is speaking like an action?
Sorry, again?
Or can you do that freely? Speaking.
Yes. If it's just fluff, yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, Zenzeroth would attempt to, in elemental tongue, like threaten it, saying, leave this place.
Very well. You can make an intimidation check.
Oh, it was nice knowing you all.
Oh god! Oh my god. So I got a nat 20.
On your turn. Intimidation is on your turn, dear.
Oh, okay. I see.
So let me tell you what the dying condition is, cause
Oh dear.
in one fell swoop, as Elsa saves herself from this creature's grasp, it turns around and in one wave just comes up on the shore, and then once more just overwhelms Lineback like a wave, just going for them. The water splashes all over Lineback, and it just massive jaws form out of the wave itself to form around Lineback's throat. As he was hit by a critical, he goes to dying 2. On every single one of his turns next, he will make a recovery check. Typically DC 10 plus the dying condition, so DC 12. Every time he fails, the dying condition increases by 1. Critical failure increases by 2. Success reduces it by 1. Critical success reduces it by 2. If you ever get to 4 dying, you're dead. Good luck. You can use all of your hero points to stop dying. Lineback, your initiative turns to 1 before the brine shark, as your allies have an entire round to try and save you. And then it's the cave spiders. Cave spiders go do cave spider things. One cave spider makes a attack with its stinger towards Momo. For a 14, your magical shield easily blocks it. They then go for 2 pincer attacks against you too. One at the first penalty and one at the second penalty. For a 9 and an 18. An 18 does hit. You can use your shield to block this damage.
That's the hardness thing, right?
Yes, it deals 3 damage. You can use your reaction to use your shield, and let me just show you how this
So
works.
the hard, how does that work?
While the spell's in effect, you can use the shield block reaction, which you use right now, with the magic shield. The shield has hardness 5, meaning it reduces the damage by 5. After you use shield block, the spell ends, and you can cast the spell again for 10 minutes. Would you like to reduce the damage you took from this pincer attack to 0?
No.
No. Alright, you just take 3 damage.
Then I can't use it again, and I'd rather have it for something a bit more than 3.
Fair enough. Then the other case spiders is going to go for your Eidolon. First of all, it makes a stinger attack. For a 21. That hits for against 18. It will do 7 damage. Which
I regret not blocking. Can I block that?
nope, it's going to the Eidolon. It doesn't have the shoot spell. The Eidolon also needs to make a fortitude save.
Oh, this is gonna be a TPK. Oh, fun.
It critically succeeds. It then goes for 2 more of its pincer attacks to the Eidolon. Going all in. With a 16 and a 4, both missing. You two double tanking the hit of these monstrous creatures before you, making sure that nothing is able to. You can take 2 nasty hits, but are able to survive the onslaught. Sansaroff, there's a water
Hi.
shark next to you. It's currently
So-
killing your friend.
The intimidation check?
You can make an intimidation check now.
So a new one?
Yes.
Not the previous roll.
Nope.
Okay. Sad.
Yes.
Okay.
This creature
By the
also
way, just hold it, go.
this creature also speaks no language. Well, there it is. Just
Doesn't
roll a natural
matter.
20 again.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
It
Let me
was
show you
meant
how
to be.
Intimidate works, because it is called Demoralize, if I remember correctly. Here, Demoralize. Pop. On a critical success, it is Frighten 2. What does Frighten 2 do, you ask? You're gripped by fear and struggle to control your nerves. The frightened condition always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to this value to your checks and DCs. So everything it does is currently at a -2, including its armor class.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That was just one action.
Okay. So, I have 2 action points left.
Yes, you do.
I would. Is there a penalty of shooting at close range?
I can
I
trigger attack
believe-
opportunities if the creature has attack of opportunities.
I believe that, and that I think like one weapon has a penalty for it.
Yeah.
Maybe I think it was
Okay,
the
so
longbow.
It's not just it's flat disadvantage if you're next to
No.
someone.
Nah,
No.
nah.
In that case, I want to use one action to give my construct 2 actions.
Of course.
Then I will move it, and it will attack.
Flanking.
Oh, yes, I moved it there. What do you?
Exactly.
It's at a -4 now.
Yes.
That's not very good.
You have 1 more action point. Hero point.
I do. I will use a hero point.
Hell yeah. That's not very good either.
But it does have debuffs. I really hope it's enough. It should have like a -6.
It's not enough.
Right?
-4.
-4? No, okay. Okay, well I'm making a crossbow attack anyway. I hope this kills it. Please. 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 I really hope. No!
A 10 is also not hit. Even though you strategically place yourself against this creature, however, it's currently kind of a puddle of water that's just kind of moving. It's, even though you're kind of like biting and slashing at it, it's not reducing in form. It's like the water is reducing it. It's your arrows, your bites just go right through it and having no effect. Momo! Pop, your shield expires.
Running away?
Yes. A question. How does what was it? Give me a second. Spells. How does emanation work? So let's say 30-foot emanation. Is that a 30-foot away from me in every direction, or
Yes.
okay?
Because what spell are you looking at?
Heal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just 30 feet around you. Big 30 feet,
Okay.
boom.
I'm going to move here
Yes.
and fuck. No.
Yeah. You can't move and use the emanation version.
Emanation is 3 actions. It's your entire turn you have to use for that.
I'd
However,
recommend
you...
just heal yourself.
Yeah. I'm going to just use
Oh,
my 2
close.
action.
Very close.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my 2 actions on healing myself, and I'm gonna use the act together to attack with the, or no, to move away with the scribe.
Very well. The scribe can move 25 feet too.
Can I just?
You can like move here.
I'm gonna move it. No, I'm just gonna move it in front of me.
Smart. Alright. What do you do with your 2 actions? You cast heal spell?
Yes, I cast heal for 8 health.
Alright. Click your spell. And then press healing.
Or the thing is, how do I choose to use more actions?
I'll do that. Just press healing. That's just the roll. So you heal for
12.
plus 8 for 6 plus 8 and 14. There you go.
Right, it's your ability score as well. Right?
No, if you just use
It's
2
not-
points, it heals more.
I know, but isn't it? Yeah, but wait, huh?
There are classes that allow that. Momo is not one of those classes. Thus, it is Momo's turns. Per answer. What do you do?
Right, 2 scorpions. I don't think I can take that. One of my friends is dying. If I go here, that's 30 feet.
No burning hands. I was really hoping for burning hands. Or grease.
I could burning hands. I could. How damaged are they? How damaged do they look?
They have hit. Only one of them has been struck once.
Okay, not very hurt.
No, very. Yeah, you might. They can critically fail and get a fuck ton of damage. Oh, whether you guys are able to kill these creatures or are able to escape, you still get XP for the encounter.
Exploring this cave would be really cool, though, but we all are a little hurt. I have 1 spell left.
We have a very accurate map, so we could come back.
Could.
Definitely.
I think this is somewhere we want to explore sometime later. For now, I think retreating is the best option, so I'm going to go 25 feet here. That's my first action.
Alright.
And then as my other 2 actions, I'm going... Oh wait, that's the wrong measuring tool.
Yeah, let me.
How do I get rid of that?
Bop.
Help, thank you. This is the measuring tool. Yeah, 30 feet. I believe that's within range of heal level 2. Yes.
Yes, 30 feet is exactly the range.
Yep, I cast heal level 2
Alright.
on...
Press that healing. For a total of 11. Pop. Lineback. You lose the dying condition. You gain the wounded condition. And you're still flat-footed and prone. Let me also explain what the wounded condition does. Every time you come back from dying, you gain a wounded condition. The next time you gain dying, you add the wounded condition. Meaning that if he would get critted again, he goes to dying 3. If he gets normal dying, he goes to dying 2. Doomed is even more fun. And that is Perenza's turn. As Lineback, you were unconscious for a little bit, having felt the cold, the little shark, little water elemental to try and take your life from you. Now you're filled to the life-giving fire of your ally. You feel warm to return to your entire body, and just the damage that has been done by this creature is dissipated.
I'd like to just shout, guys, let's run out of here.
I second that.
Alright, Elsa, it's your turn now.
Okay. So I devised a stratagem.
You devise a stratagem. Roll your d20. Against which creature? The brine sharks or the 2 scorpions?
Brine shark.
Excellent. Roll a d20. A 13. Very nice.
And I shoot at it with my crossbow.
Excellent. That will come down to 13 plus 3 plus 4 is 23. That will hit. That will easily hit.
Oh.
For 2 damage.
Oh.
Can I use a point to reroll those?
Sadly enough, no. You can only reroll your d20s. You could have rerolled your device stratagem and see if you could get a crit. I'll allow you to do that if you want to, but you might roll lower and then you will miss. Would you like to try and reroll your 13?
Don't do it.
You are very close to critting. You just need a little bit more. Just a little bit.
Don't.
Ah, the exact same. Too bad. Lovely. Alright, you do 2 damage to the creature. As its form currently is very difficult to understand. It's just water that's kind of animating itself. However, you do find one little glimpse of energy, of magical energy going through it, and you shoot it, breaking one of its ley lines, dealing 2 damage. You still have 1 action. What do you do?
I move.
Boop! And that will be the end of your turn. Lying back, you're on the ground. You're not feeling
I
very
know.
well.
I don't want to be on the ground.
Do you stand up and prone?
I stand up and prone.
That will be 1 action.
I am aware.
What do you do next?
I'm gonna do what Lineback does best. He puts his arms like this, gun dangling, and then just leaning back, running forward 50 feet with the last 2 actions he got. He ain't staying around this shit. He's running.
I need to make a meme out of this. You bravely won. No way. Alright. Linebacker.
I'm not bravely running away. I'm running away. Just.
The ballad is that he single-handedly defeated a water elemental while unconscious, and then healed himself through sheer willpower.
Hey, guess whose turn it is?
No. He defeated the element of water.
Yes.
I will roll.
Concept of water.
This creature isn't very smart, so I will roll a 1d2 if it attacks Sensorov or Sensorov's construct. 1 is Sensorov, 2 is construct.
Do it.
It attacks your construct. For a 21.
That does hit.
Dealing 9 damage to the creature. A full-on wave once more flushes over your construct. It starts to like damage its internal organs, like you see a little clockwork gear just fly off of it.
The sound of, like, you know, when like a ship just like uprights, it's like the creaking metal against the
Yes.
water.
Your character is then grappled. The shark, being a oh yeah, the shark can just grapple it because it takes 1 action to do
I
that.
know it's immune to a lot of conditions. Okay, yeah, grappling isn't one of them.
No, it's going to shove your construct into the water. This is at a -5, so take 5 out of this. For a 12, it's against the reflex DC, which is higher. Your fortitude.
Still grappled.
It's still grappled. However, as it's being moved forward, as like the water is just overwhelming it, your construct actually in your little wonder gears actually sit in, and its survival instinct kicks in, and it just digs its claws into the ground, and you just see it like slowly being pushed backwards.
You see the little dynamos in the claws, just like.
Yeah. It's the 2 scorpions' turn. They move in. They go for Momo Scribe. First going with their stinger. For a 19, I believe that hits.
That hits.
Alright, could you also make them do a fortitude save? They do 5 damage. Suddenly,
I
even though the stinger actually hits your Eidolon, you feel it in your own core, like your own soul is being stung with this creature's attack.
so I have to do another fortitude save.
Yes, for your scribe.
Okay. By the way, what does a critical success do?
On what?
What happens if it's a critical success?
For attacks, it deals double damage. For certain spells, it like if you critically see that
The
it's save,
same.
it usually completely removes all effect. If what's another fun one? You have certain like abilities that also claim they have their own special effects when you crit. Depends on the ability you use. 9. Excellent. It is poisoned. We'll just see what happens with that at the end of their turn. It make a pincer attack against 2. It goes num num. For a 16, that misses.
Not a hit.
Excellent. The other case spider moves in using one of their actions. They go for another stinger attack. For a 26. Jesus. Dealing 6 damage to Momo. You don't need to roll fortitude because you're already poisoned. Ha 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 ha. It also makes a pincer attack. Warning
And
it.
downed again.
It's down. Damn.
Dealing 4 damage to Momo. What actually happens to your scribe when you go unconscious? Eidolon, you have a no more minion. Attack with Eidolon. Lastly, the Eidolon connection between you and your Eidolon means you both share a single pool of hit points. Damage taken by either of you, Eidolon reduces your hit points, while healing either of you recovers your hit points. Like with your actions, if you and your Eidolon are both subject to the same effect, it affects your hit points. You equally lose. That's not if your Eidolon becomes slowed, stunned, quickened, or otherwise affected by something. Change the actions. You can. What that says. As you explain, you have to cooperate unless you decide to not. I don't see it at the moment. I'm just
What
gonna.
does the minion or summoned trait mean? Because that might be the thing.
Yeah, it's a special kind of summon though.
No,
Well,
no, it doesn't have the minion or summoned trait.
Summoned means a summoned creature, meaning that it kind of happens. Minions usually means that if you take one action, you can command it to have 2 actions, like Senseless Construct's minion. Whatever. For this moment, you are wounded 1. You are dying 1.
Okay.
Which means that your initiative goes before the cave spiders. This one, to be precise. Sensorot.
Hello.
Your consort is grappled. One of your allies back there is currently on the floor. What do you do?
Okay. First of all, construct gains 2 actions.
Excellent.
Excellent. And the construct will attack the elemental. Bearing in mind it does have the -4 AC still, so.
-3. Well, its Friday creation went down.
Titan 2 though.
It goes down every round.
Oh. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Okay. Well then, yeah. 3. Nope.
11 will not hit.
Okay. But it will attack. It can try and attack again. It will be on the minus thing though. Minus before.
A 15 will sadly not hit.
Sad. Hmm. In that case, he will reload and fire a crossbow bolt into the water elemental.
You fire a crossbow bolt? You're not running away? Oh, it appears
No.
that when you're unconscious, your scribe desummons, so pop, the island disappears. That's a critical failure.
Lost the hero point on that.
Do you have a hero point?
Yeah, because you gave everyone 1 at the start of the encounter for surviving.
Fair enough. You valiantly try and make a last stand against this creature. However, everything you unload into it is just disappearing into the water itself. I believe it was all your turns.
That was all of my action points.
Pyromancer. Your recent
Okay.
ally Momo just fell unconscious, and their eidolon, their divine vessel, disappeared. What do you do?
What kind of action is it to grab someone to make to move them with you?
Interact takes one action.
Okay. Interact. So it's one action to move in, one action to grab, and then an action to move again.
Yes.
And I assume I'll have movement penalties because I can't carry a person and still be
Uh,
armed.
you will be at exactly your max bulk. If I remember correctly, a medium-sized creature is 8 bulk.
Great. Okay. Perfect. uh, if I'm at my max bulk, I can still move full speed, right?
Half speed, if I remember correctly.
Full speed. Okay.
So you will
Fine. I guess I'll
definitely
be moving.
be caught up by the spiders.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm. I'll shout towards Elsa.
Oh, they're only 6. So encumbered 5. No, you would still. It would get you if yeah, you would still be encumbered.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. What ideas could I maybe weasel my way out of this?
You have a healing potion.
That I do. I can force feed someone a healing potion.
Yes, you can.
Right. I whip out my healing potion. I move in, and I force feed it. How many
Excellent.
actions would that take?
Your full turn.
Okay. Great. I might go down next turn.
Who knows?
Hopefully not.
I'm still in front of you.
It heals
Oh, you get to act though.
1d8 hit points. Roll 1d8
Well, yeah,
for
I
for
do
your healing
get
potion.
to act, that
You
is
could also
true.
go to your inventory and click use healing potion. 3. Hey Momo, you're back.
I have 3 health.
You lose the wounded
Not for
condition or the
long.
dying condition. You gain the wounded condition, and you're still on the ground. Prancer, you lose your healing potion.
Yeah.
Elsa! Everything is turning to madness around you. What do you do?
Yes. Um, I hate my life.
Yeah. Welcome
I'm
to
just
the club.
gonna,
Run.
Run, just run.
yeah, but
Is it going to be a death on the first session?
Elsa is the kind of person who gets really attached to people really quickly. So she'll just run. I'm just gonna look up something here. Oh, it takes time. I'm gonna see. Yeah, so I'm just gonna run straight ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put myself here.
Give me a second.
And,
Come up.
and
Uh,
I'm gonna have to tumble past them.
oh, geez,
or
are you going to
something.
actually? Oh, that's cool as fuck. Sure, make an
And
acrobatics check. Let me
yeah,
show you
and
how it's.
if I can do this really cool, I would want
I don't
to
think you have to tumble, but you can.
Yeah, I want to do that because it looks cool. And
You
I'm
stride
gonna
up to your speed. During this movement, you can try to move through the space of another enemy's attempt at acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex DC.
Well, we aren't really stopping you.
Wouldn't do it.
Do it.
That's what I'm saying.
right. So I try to put myself between them.
Fuck yeah, that works.
More than my reflex.
You move through the enemy's space, treating the square in space as difficult terrain every 5 feet. Let's see, where you came from? From. So yeah, you will be able to move like at the back. You'll be able to like move over here. However, that will probably be... No, wait. Because you can do... Let's see. You can end here, and there'll be 2 actions. You have 1 more action left.
Right, and I'll try to hit them with. I guess I'm gonna have to hit them with my crossbow.
You sure can. You can also try and running further away. You probably you think that these creatures probably have a hard time climbing up ladders.
That actually is a smart
Very
idea.
low
If you're up
eyebrow.
here, then you can just like go around
Yeah.
this cliff.
Yeah,
Are
so
we gonna do the Obi-Wan tactic?
yeah. So I basically I roll like past them, and when I get up, I just go, "Warg, come and get me!" and I try to run away
Fair enough, fair enough. Alright,
up here.
roll intimidation to try and get their attention.
All right. Oh, that's all right. Please.
As you tumble through them, taunting them, and then just quickly moving past, you actually do get these creatures' attention. Even though there are 2 people right in front of them, their clicking goes as you are able to distract them. Have a hero point, because that was cool as fuck.
That was cool as fuck.
However, it's now Lineback's turn.
He starts scratching the back of his head like immensely and just fuck as he reloads and moves forward 25 feet. Yeah, around there, around here or so. Then he will shoot the water thing.
Shoot the water. For 20, that hits. Roll damage. Excellent, dealing 3 damage to the creature. You still have 1 action left. What do you do?
I also reloaded.
Excellent.
That's an action, right?
That will be an action. Then you spend your last action reloading. It is the brine shark.
No, Kayla.
Hmm?
I ran up, I reloaded, I shot.
Yeah, 3 actions.
Yeah, but I do not reload afterwards.
Oh,
That's what
fair
you
enough,
said.
fair enough. Oh, that one. Then you have currently to end your turn with a smoking barrel. Brine shark is. Brine shark is going to continue pushing the sensuous construct into the water.
Rip construct.
The
Rip the
construct is just
Thunderzone.
shoved into the water. It tumbles through, it gets soaked up as it just disappears under the water and just being violently just taken downstream into, as you slowly start to see it just go bubbling up and down into the ocean. We'll pretty much continue doing this, so... That won't be 5 more feet. Moving
I
over
really
there.
don't want to be this guy, but I really need to go, Kayla.
We're almost done, but it's fine there. It actually does lose the crop condition. Cool. Up. It's fine there. If the Messiated lineback retreats, and we'll finish with the rest.
Yeah. I'm sorry all that I need to dip out like this, but I really need sleep.
That's alright.
It's okay.
Good luck with the rest of the encounter.
Bye, cutie.
Thank you. Very much
Bye.
appreciated.
Alright, cave scorpions. They were distracted. They first off move up to the wall. They then start to climb that, taking both 2 of their actions. The other one goes to the other side, in their own turn.
Wasn't I before it?
Oh yeah,
Am I
fair.
before it?
No, fair. Or one of them goes. So on first action. One of them does help. This one is simply going to try and make a stinger attack against Elsa. For a 16. Please don't hit, please don't hit. Ha! Elsa has bigger hit points. Elsa, you see this creature slowly come up to you, and as you're looking down at it, taunting it, all of the stingers tries to strike you, and you jump backwards, avoiding the hit. And now, it's Mama's turn. You feel like shit. There's like reddish
did I do?
wet sweet liquid in your mouth.
Um,
Your Iron
how
is nowhere
tall
to be
is
seen.
that little cliff?
Slow cliff? You mean where Elsa is?
On my left,
Oh. Let's say 10 feet.
10 feet. I wanna stand up and try to get up on it.
Make a athletics check to try and climb. So you take one turn to get from prone. And then climbing works as follows. You move up, down, or access an incline unless it's particularly easy. You missed. Yeah, you do not gain any grip.
May I try again?
You also have a hero point. You have 2 hero points actually.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the hero point instead.
Right click that for and use roll using hero point. Yeah, that doesn't make it much better. You can
Can I
definitely.
just use my other action on it then?
Yes, you can.
Please roll something higher than a 5. 10.
Just a bit, I'll say that sure. It's even though it's wet and everything, I'll give you that one. So let you move up to here. That will be the end of your turn though.
Yes.
So,
Originally, I intended to try to give my hand to Paranzer, but yeah, I didn't have the action.
it takes quite a while to actually get up there. Other Cave Scorpion also needs to use turns to try and get to Elsa. It also tries to make a stinger attack. It also misses. Elsa, you've gained yourself an elevated position and are able to easily dodge all of these monstrous creatures. Sansaroff, your construct is kind of being just flushed away.
Yeah, and it will just be keeping on attacking it, really.
You feel like the shark is doing shark things.
It is. So one of Zanzarot's actions, 2 of Construct's action, would be 2 attacks.
Excellent. Make 2 attacks.
1 attack.
1 attack. Wait, that was your crossbow.
I was on the wrong thing. Yep.
I mean 18 hit. Wait, does 18 hit? No, 18 does not hit. But
Definitely didn't hit him.
sorry, did not hit it.
Will attack another time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's currently just being in a well-watered stream. It has a hard time just even getting its bearings right. Every attack it makes is wild and unpredictable. What do you do with your 2 actions?
How? I know, that's what I was going to say next. But that uses 1 action, doesn't it?
Let me check what explode does.
I was looking at it, but I was very confused.
It takes 2 actions.
Okay. Then I can not move, and then I could also make it explode.
Yes.
But if it dies, it explodes anyway.
Does it?
Yeah.
I believe it just goes inactive.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, in that case... as a... Oriad language explosion. As a... Yeah.
Everything.
Water explosion sounds are fun.
We see
I
your
don't know
construct
what
just
the
go on the
thing is.
water, and we see like a landmine just explodes. Boof, off the water just goes upwards.
Yeah.
I need to make a basic reflex.
Boom!
Against your class C of 17. He just needs to make a 17. Hello, Brown Shark, give me. Reflex. He takes half
Plus
damage.
11.
Roll 2d6 fire damage. You can just click on. There you go.
There you go.
Uh,
Is it vulnerable to fire damage?
you'd never make any checks to check if it was or wasn't.
No, but it still will take the damage, theoretically.
It definitely takes some damage.
Probably has. It's water, it probably has fire resistance.
Per answer, your allies are climbing the cliffs around you. What do you do?
I don't get why we're climbing. I was thinking run away, not go in cave and climb cave.
The thing is, one of our teammates is on 2 of them, and they have a harder time to get up here.
True. Right, okay, I'm going to... what kind of action is it to climb up there?
It was an athletics.
Athletics
wasn't it?
check.
Right.
Yeah, athletics check.
Yeah, but how many actions would it take?
One if you succeed.
If I went if I climbed up there. One
Uh,
athletics check.
Yeah, sure.
Neat. Alright, let me. What do I have in athletics? Not a lot. Let's go for it.
I had 0.
There you go.
That's one action. Second action, I'd like to cast my focus spell of Elemental Toss.
Excellent. Press cast and we'll see what Elemental Toss does.
Oof.
With a flick of your wrist, you fling a chunk of elemental matter, in this case just a fireball.
Yes.
Roll your
Add
attack.
that one.
Add that one.
Attack. Haha. Get scorched.
And 23 hits. Roll damage.
Go bloom. Wait, with blood magic, do I add 1 damage?
Yes, you do.
Mm.
So it takes 1 extra damage. It is actually looking pretty rough.
Wait, if it's 1 extra damage, it's 4 damage.
Yes.
Yeah. And then as my last action, I'd
Yeah.
like to lure 1 scorpion towards me. Just 1.
How do you want to lure this creature to you?
Hey, hey you, I just hit you. Get fucked.
Make. Okay, I'll say this. You can try and intimidate them and give them penalties, or you can try and make a nature check and they'll try and get distracted.
Intimidation.
Intimidation it is. Roll your intimidation check. An 18, it becomes demoralized. Oh, that's invisible. Haha.
Just remove it.
Wait, why do we not see demoralize? Ba, it was up here somewhere. Someone made it very good intimidate. Whatever. I need your sheet, and I need to click on demoralize, and then I can just do frightened. That's the one I was looking for. That will be Provencer's task. Elsa, you're currently being flanked by these creatures. What do? They're trying to get up on your cliff and trying to just sting you. You've been able to dodge every attack they throw at you, though.
See, if I move from here, they get attack of opportunity, no?
You do not know if they get
Oh.
attack opportunities.
Yeah, I don't know.
From what I can tell, no.
They didn't get from either of us.
I don't think they have the ability for it.
Yeah. I guess the problem is that they would just move and try to.
Yes, but then there's only one that can attack you.
And they can't use all of their actions to attack.
Exactly.
Okay. Alright, so I move. 3, 5. I move like.
That'll be one action. You have to squeeze yourself against the cave wall.
Yeah, and I try to shoot.
Alrighty. Shoot with
This
your
one.
crossbow.
Wait. I make a.
Devise a stratagem?
Yes.
Alright, roll your d20 first. You will roll with a 6. With your current crazy movements, you don't have the real time to cleverly come up with some kind of stratagem. You feel a bit more chaotic. You're not sure if your next strike will hit.
Oh, I'll try it.
Alrighty, then you have 6 plus your proficiency plus your intelligence gives a total of, let's see, intelligence 4, 7, 6 plus 7 is 15 if I remember correctly. It hits. Roll crossbow damage. It has a nasty sting. Your crossbow bolt hits it right between the plates. You have like a single second to devise stratagem, but that's all you need as the bolt loosens and it's the creature in its sides. It's finally bleeding and screaming. Line back, bravely runs away. Brine Shark does its thing and just kind of starts moving downstream. The cave spider. This one is still full of vigor and chases you. Takes one action to move up. And tries to make a stinger attack. 826. Could you make me a fortitude save? I should take 8 damage. And go down on the ground. You are now dying 1. Alright, you make it exactly. That was 1 move, 2 move. As you go down, it's gonna be a bitch. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? It's gonna move up to the rest. As you fall down, it sees you as a non-threat and simply moves forward to the rest of him. Momo! A big old scorpion is coming your way. It just walked over one of your allies after stinging it with its stinger. What do you do?
Can I move into the space of Parancip and still attack?
You cannot end your movement on a ally's space.
And there's
Don't you have ranged attacks?
I do have range attacks.
You have Hunting Heim.
Hmm?
You have Hunting Heim.
I have what?
Hunting Heim. You also have the harm spell. Have you
Yeah,
used
but
it?
I don't have any more spell slots.
It says you still
I
have 1.
healed.
Fair. I'll reduce that to 0.
I only have 1 spell slot, right?
Yes, well, let's look like it. You just have your Boost Island Evolution Search abilities.
Yes.
Ow.
Can I walk over here and try to kick it off?
You can try and shove it, yes.
Like here?
I'll say the following.
The thing.
Make an athletics check.
No.
That's gonna be a no.
No.
Do you wish to reroll using
Hold
hero
on.
points? What's with you and 2s? Seriously. You know what? Just because of the fucking consistency of your 2s, I am going to allow this. It tumbles down. Somehow, some blessed god is laughing at this absolute ridiculousness of 2s, and it's just slowly clapping away. You look behind you as you shove it down, and you catch the glints of a red coat and a top hat as they disappear out of sight.
Question.
Yes. That is the rest of your turn, though.
Yeah, that is my whole turn.
Yes. The other cave spider is demoralized, almost dead, and is like, fuck this shit, and just heads the fuck into the cave.
Okay.
Self-preservation is activated. Xantharov.
I would like to reload my crossbow and fire at this scorpion.
Very well.
I have a range of 120 feet, so let's go.
Let's go.
"19 to hit."
19 hits. Roll damage. Are you guys actually going to clear out this cave? That's 10 whole damage. Nice. Good shot. You take your moment to aim as this creature falls down this cliff. It is kind of scurrying as it likes trying to find purchase, and just a crossbow bolt just hits its soft underbelly.
He's been trying to shoot water for the past, like, however long, so now he's got an easier target to...
Much easier. This one's actually flesh and bone. You have 1 more action. What do you do?
Stone. It looks like, at least.
On his other action, he would reload his crossbow.
And you reload your crossbow. It is now reloaded. Perancer! You feel a little bit safer with this thing down below. However, you do remember these things just climbed walls when they were chasing Elsa. Also, Elsa is kind of on the ground at the moment. What do you do?
Right. It's a medicine to stabilize. You can do that as a, what was it? Administer first aid to stabilize? Something like that?
Is there like a stabilize ability? You would have to like...
Administer first aid.
I know it's a cantrip.
No, it's an action.
Medicine check.
Probably, but they will not come. They will not come become conscious.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
it's just stabilizes them, yeah.
I don't think I'm. Yeah, but as long as they aren't dying. So how hurt does the scorpion look?
You can try and make a nature check to discover something about it, and I might tell you. Do a knowledge check.
Oh, I'll just. I'll attack it. Yeah, I'll attack it.
Excellent. You know what's something fun you can do? You know what a really fun combo is? You can get guidance on yourself and then cast Produce Flame. You have a +1 on your attack.
I can, or I can do 2 attacks by casting Produce Flame and then using my throwing knife.
This is true. Your throw knives will be at a penalty though.
Yep, I think it's worth it.
Alright, do your thing.
Produce Flame, attack.
Roll the attack. A 16 will hit. Roll damage.
Damage.
Damage. Ooh, very nice. Which will
Okay.
do 9 damage, because that was also one of your bloodline spells.
Oh yeah.
It
nine
looks
damage.
completely fucked up at the moment.
It's a burning mess.
Yes.
And I want to finish it off.
For its
Do it.
With, I believe it's this for the penalty on one.
Map
Wait.
-4. You need to press the first map action. So the +1. Do it. Do it. Do it. That is sadly not enough though.
Okay, so 16 hits, 15 misses.
Yes. It's almost like that's armor class 16.
the
Who would know
AC.
that shit? You have
Oh.
you have hero point. You can try it.
Oh yeah, I do.
But you do have the penalty.
I do have 1 hero point. I'm gonna use it, I think.
Let's see if you can be the hero that we deserve, the hero we need.
Yes.
You fucking do! How do you want to do this?
Well, I want to have the knife stab its skull, pierce it right through, and hit the ground under it.
Ooh, nice. You just throw the knife just right through it. A soft squishing sound is heard as you throw it precisely and perfectly, hitting a spot in it that somehow just we have this like little moment of a slow-mo as the creature just kind of on its back on fire and having a bolt inside of its side. We hear the knife
I
go
don't
into it
even
like
need to-
butter and go.
I
It has 1
don't even
HP.
roll damage.
You can roll damage, but it
okay.
has like 1 HP. Hit that, Joe.
Yo,
A
it's
precise
fucking
as
died.
it goes to its brain matter, out to the other end, and it no longer moves.
Is the brain just like completely whole on the other end of the dagger?
This was also 2 encounters. You guys, and we'll kind of round up the session now, but I'll tell you what you'll get. This was 2 moderate encounters for a total of 160 experience, plus your 120, means you're already going up
280.
280, and you now have a moment of rest. As we're rounding everything off, I'll give everything else you guys get for kind of scouting the area. You can also kill the other cave scorpion because it's scared of you guys. It's easily dealt with. And you find yourself a few little tidbits here and there. You get yourself a little more loot. Let's see. You find the following. You find a flare snare in one of the camps nearby. That
How do you guys open this?
You can double click it, right?
Yeah, double click.
You find
Oh, double click.
some random gold, silver, and
Is
copper
the
pieces
flash
strewn
now a
around.
trap?
Flare snare, yes, it is. And you find 2 precious stones.
Zemsroth is just kind of just looking at the flare snare and just doing this.
I'm also doing this.
Wow, who's gonna get the flare
And I
snare?
like fire.
I like traps.
I like fire.
Okay.
Actually, you like traps.
Who's most
can
likely
make
to
fire.
use that? Who's
I can
most
make
likely
fire,
to
you-
use that?
You can have it.
No, everybody can use it. It's just setting up a trap.
You can have it.
Take the
I-
flare snare.
I have.
Flare snare
I-
to Sensorov. Wait, actually, Sensorov, come here.
Mm.
There you go. I'll
That'll
just
do it,
simply disturb
Alright,
the guns.
we stabilize cells, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, they'll come back. You still giving gold to the line back?
Yeah.
distribute
He came
coins.
back in the end.
He left because he had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
If
of
he
you
comes back,
gain.
then yeah.
Oh, it just doesn't.
Character
It doesn't. Really doesn't divide all well. Three silver pieces and 4 copper pieces are divided around your crew. There's still four gold pieces in there.
How about this? All of us take 1 gold, and then Lineback gets the 3 silver and 3 copper.
I'd say that's fine.
All right. Pop. Momo gets 1. Also,
I
let me
can
actually.
take the hematite for sales.
Yeah, I'll make sure everything does it at the end, anyways. And Senswat gets the last one.
That's a total. We are now on 2 gold and 3 silver for everyone for the sales.
Boop. That was all the loot. So this one can go away. Elsa, you come back for like 1 HP. You are no longer dying, but you are wounded.
That hurt.
Thank you. You kind of saved our asses right there.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, those scorpions gas.
I give Elsa a big hug. My hero.
I'm assuming we're down here again.
So I'll round up the session because it's almost midnight and I kind of want to stop everything. I'll tell you a couple of things that you find in the cave. This is one important thing, and there's a couple of things you can do for after session for some more experience. You find a food resource. This is a project that the adventurers can take, and they can kind of harvest food for the town. You find a lake further up the stream that is that is full of fish life. You can spend some time fishing. However, it's not safe for settlers to be here.
You know how like usually when hunting fish you're using a trident?
Yes.
You know what has a
Don't
trident?
you usually use a net?
No,
Well,
when
depends what kind of
if you're spearfishing with like an actual spear, you're usually using a trident for more area.
Furthermore,
You know what has a trident?
what is a trident?
Summon.
You can resummon your summon, by the way. It takes like 3 actions.
Yeah, I don't have it out. I don't have it out right now.
You guys are also feeling like absolute shit, and just like your guys are gonna go home for now. Furthermore,
Yeah, I'm out of magic.
Sensrov's out of a construct. You'll have it back
Yeah.
before
Looks
next
quietly sad,
expedition.
It's okay.
2 more things that you can earn 50 experience for each. If anyone in your group writes a summary of the session, and I'll make a channel for some session summaries, everybody gets 50 more experience. If the map is updated in any way, shape, or form, if there's an updated map, everybody gets 50 more experience.
I am doing the map.
Here's the
I
map.
can do the summary.
I'll create 2 channels so you guys can put it in there. New channel is called Expedition Summaries.
I am
Save
keeping
my-
in the fact that that Lion's cowardice cost him like 7 silver.
Just skip this. I'll need to kind of edit this a little bit. Permissions.
Just remember to put in my epic roll.
Yes. Rules accepted can see, but cannot type. So they have a view channel, but they cannot send
Question,
messages. Yes, dear.
Because of my cartography checks, could you verify the actual like accuracy of my map once I've drawn it?
Thank you for subscribing, Raven. Yeah, sorry for work what happened. We missed you. Sorry. Let me finish this first, and then I'll come back to you.
Just for a little question. Will the stream be saved so that I can watch it over for the
Yes, it is on my Twitch VODs for a little bit, and I have the recording too, and I should upload things into YouTube sometime. Alright, there we go. If I'm right, all of you should be able to see a expedition summaries,
Yes.
and I'll also make a map channel. So I'll make private next. Skip. Permissions. Add permissions. Rules accepted. Can view. And I'll make everybody just kind of view and talk about it. I'm fine with that. Or maps. There you go. You can use those two for any further planning. And I'm removing the 14th expedition. Delete channel. No, not delete stream. What the hell? Delete channel. There you go.
Okay, another question, Kayla. Do you
Yes.
want it like semi-personalized, or do you want me to just write it the same way I would write an actual report?
I just want a summary.
Okay.
Don't care about anything else. Everybody can make a summary if you want to. You just get
Then I'm
50
just
experience
gonna-
once.
I'm just gonna
I'm
do the same way I
doing-
do lab reports.
I'm doing
That's-
it very in character. This is my character's journal writing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do the same, but
Because I have
This
an
is-
actual, my character has an actual waterproof journal. Everything I'm writing is in my
it's
waterproof journal.
fireproof though.
It doesn't need to be.
Are you sure?
Alright, and I am
No, it's
ending
proofed with
stream.
water.
There we go.
Ah.
And with this, I'm going to be ending stream. So, goodbye to everybody still still watching. I love all of you. Be lovely, be weird, and I'll see you next time.